live. Alright, I should probably put it on public as well. That should probably help for people to see it. For some reason, those chats you put in chat did not show up on my OBS, and I'm wondering if this chat browser is broken for no reason at all.
I know my chat browser likes to keep super chats on screen for like 10 minutes at a
Nice.
time, which is fun.
That's
Doesn't
good
find a way to fix
stuff.
Well, potato's not popping up, so
Well, sometimes it takes a little while, but it's just not doing anything. Apparently. Did the same with my other overlay, the normal stream gaming overlay. Yeah, it's just not popping up on. Oh god damn it!
God damn.
Because what I did on my other overlay is just I have two browser sources in there, and when one doesn't work, I change it over, and then it works for some reason.
OBS is a funny beast like that.
Yeah, so I think I just have to pop on another thing here real quick. Let me see.
Oh, no. Why did I click on my OBS as if that would help?
Oh, that worked, meme. Thank you. I was like, whoa. I think it's browser
wow, no, this isn't
source.
Street Fighter 6.
I wish
Oh.
this would be Street Fighter 6. That would be a great time.
There are so many things I
chat.
would rather.
Back
What a
up.
waste of time this film is. That I think that's the thing that gets me the most. It's a waste of time.
Is bad.
The next two movies are going to be a waste of time because Snyderverse is dead. It's a waste
Yep.
of time and money.
That's great. Oh, now we have this random filter thing on screen. Everything I do everything in my power to not talk about the Flash again. You know, that's just how it is. No, actually, I just need to do this.
Get it all out. Just
Have you seen Rise of the Beast? No, I haven't seen Rise of the Beast because instead I went to see The Flash.
Nice, good job.
Good
I
job.
took-
Good.
I don't know which
Like
one. I mean, Rise of the Beast is probably better.
I took 6
Probably.
other people to see The Flash with me. I hope you're happy.
6? Why did
Did you
you?
lo-
That's almost
did
as
you
many
lose 6
people that were
friends that day?
in my screening as a whole.
Because I took those people with me, the theater went from 25% full to at least 1/3 full. And like 4 people left early too.
Early. Oh damn.
So yeah. Here, by the way, I gave several of these people an out. I said, "You guys should go see Spider-Verse instead." And they're like, "No, we'll watch this. So we can all talk about it. It's fine."
This is live OBS support with the lads today. I hope you enjoy.
Hooray!
Boom. What
Have
is
you tried
this?
turning it
Why
off
is
and
this?
on again?
The fuck is what? Open broadcasting stuff? What is this doing? What the fuck? Are you okay? Did it flame up the link? Let me try it again. Ah, there we go. Hey, chat is
Links
back
are
on the menu,
always
boys.
James has 6 friends. Oh no, I should clarify. They're mostly my family. Because it was its birthday.
Oh, okay. So you've been disowned then.
Unfortunately, no.
I wish.
Because today is Father's Day. So
Oh yeah, American
good old-
Father's Day.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we Euroheimers, we already had that.
was it like a week early again, like Mother's Day?
I think it was last month.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
weird.
that's
We
what
have it
it
on different
is.
months. It's very strange. I don't know why they do it that way. All I know is that I found a lot of very obscure holidays before bed and posted it on the Discord. And Oobly walked in on International Fisting Day and didn't even know what to make of the situation. He didn't
I
walk
saw-
in on the day that was International Fisting Day, but walked into the server to discover that I had posted something about International Fisting Day.
I saw
Obviously.
that on Twitter. You posted one of those days on Twitter. I don't remember which day. I'm like,
Pegging
oh, yeah.
Day. I don't know why I remember that so vividly, but I saw it this
Yeah, that's
morning.
what
I was like, ha! Pegging. Lamau.
Laval. Only you, me. Well, I have to stay on brand.
That's true. That's
can't-
true.
Break away.
God. Yeah, I mean, because with Meme and I, we just love pain. It was like, hey, let's do this again today, and wasn't totally because this was prepped to be on a Sunday, and then Mala was like, hey, you want to be on that EFAP to both of us? And we were like, of course. I don't know why we do these things to ourselves, but that's just how it goes.
Yeah, man, just I don't know. Oh yeah, two streams in a row. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Zoom.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to listen to the EFAP, so that's all right.
Yay!
I
See,
listened
this
to
is
like the
good. You're
first
our
hour.
X factor. You're our X factor. It's all good.
Yeah.
I
All
know,
good.
and I'm like, I already want to forget about the movie, but I can't. I have to hold on. Unfortunately.
Poor Moodle bullied once again by me to do things. I don't know, I just asked once and I was like, yeah, why not? Moodle's
Yeah, we're pretty
secretly loves the
easy.
Flash.
We're pretty like yeah, loose like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just hanging out on a Saturday, I think. And I did the things and stuff, and then just one answers another, and then whoop-de-doo, there we go.
What I'm saying is we open our legs pretty easily.
It's getting warmer in Europe, and I don't like it. I don't like the warm. It's too warm for me
You-
already. It's not even that warm.
The remote on my air conditioner is broken, which means I can't turn the heater on, which is like not fun. Guess that's better
Oh, at least you have
than the heater.
one. We don't have these in our houses mostly.
True, true.
You're still talking about fisting, right? Yeah, of course. This is the fisting stream.
Yes, because that would be more pleasant than watching
I mean,
The Flash.
we can't horribly keep the like this and say, why did you force Mahler and Rags to watch Flashpoint Paradox?
Wait, I did or we didn't?
No, why didn't you? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know because they're always busy with things. And I just decided on a whim after I did my rewatch of this movie to take notes. I was like, I need something else, and I'm very curious about the comparison. And it took the movie The Flashpoint Paradox 42 seconds to deliver the theme of The Flash like so much better. It's insane. I paused the Flashpoint Paradox like, this is insane. How did you fuck this up so badly in the movie?
And the funniest thing too is I played that, and both of my parents are like, "Oh wow, we know that prayer," because they say that prayer constantly in AA.
Yeah, it's here they do this stupid fucking math problem. It's not even a problem. It's like, hey, put down as many solutions as possible, and he puts like 50 in there. Then the mom's like, there's not always a solution for everything. It's like there's like 50 on there. I think he's good. It's such a
Did you notice there
clunky
were
way.
Flash characters in the Flashpoint Paradox, while there weren't really Flash characters in the movie called The Flash?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Someone said this was a diet flashpoint. I disagree. It's more of an anorexic flashpoint. There's such loose connections between these two movies. It's insane. Where it's to a point where I'm like, why did they change it so much? Like it's all there.
They
It
like
works.
rip stuff off from it,
Yeah,
and then do it worse.
I miss Thomas Wayne. Yeah, Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint Paradox is awesome, man. It's good stuff. Could feel the part where they roasted Ezra for his crimes through the movie. You want to hang out with me? Nah, not today. It's like, this feels a bit meta, but it's funny.
I will say the
we
one
disowned
good
you
effect
after
in the movie. The one good effect was him getting struck by lightning, and the after effect of it. It's like the one good effect. Well, it has the because I don't know if you've seen people who live through being struck by lightning, but they have those. They have gnarly, like electric marks.
Yeah.
Throughout their body. That's like the one nice effect that he had.
Right. Happy Father's Day meme. Thought you should know ahead of time. Oh,
Oh.
Well, better move again, meme.
DNA is so I'm gonna have to change my name again.
Yeah.
That's okay though. I've started over before.
I miss gaming streams. They'll be back. Final Fantasy 16 is coming out. I ordered myself a copy, so you're gonna be getting lots of streams of that. Don't you worry.
Maybe I'll force him to play System Shock, and then pray.
Maybe I'm just copying EFAP now. What do you mean now? I've been doing it this whole time. Fucking catch up. Anyway, I hate coming up with new names. Jermaine Bad, of course. Happy Father's Day, Mootle. Surprise. Ah, damn it!
Now if you'll only stop licking my face. That backfired on you, didn't it?
Home Alone 2, the electrocution. Well, yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking Mandalore does that clip constantly. It's so funny.
So, grew up surrounded by water.
I did grow up surrounded by water.
Yeah.
That would be good at that game, unlike Metal. Oh.
True. Oh god, I don't. Bleh, bleh.
As you can see, we are very enthused about.
I'm just warm. It's a shitty movie. It's just so shit. It's just such shit sludge, dude.
Shitty movie is shit. That is the moral of the story.
It's just it's stinky.
Very
I don't.
stinky.
You know how like in when I went to do the Spider-Verse movie, I went to the cinema and it was pretty full actually. Like, there was a lot of people there, considering it was like a weekday I watched it. In this one, it was like obviously you have to look for the English screening, so this time I was in like a pretty small screening room. I was like 10 people in there, so not a lot, and it was like no reaction in that cinema by anyone. It's like cameo appears and no one is like moving an eyebrow. I feel like it's just like, yeah, okay. It's just so bad, and of course the ones at the end, they're just all they're all gross. But yeah.
Oh, dude, that I have to. I'm gonna be so pissed when we get to that. That absolutely. I would have said this movie is just like a terrible movie that you could find some entertainment in, but that ending destroys it all for me. I hate it so much.
Oh yeah, for
It's
people who haven't watched the EFAB, we landed again on a 1 out of 10 on this multiverse sludge. So there we go.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's oh god. I just want to go to conclusions immediately because it's such a shit movie.
It's like it could. I would have been fine with it as just entertaining nonsense. Sure, it's bad, but it has some entertaining moments. But that ending, especially knowing like the history behind it, I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. I hate this. Why would you do this? This is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
I hate this, and I hate you.
Metal, what about Street Fighter? Oh, I think probably next week, like on Saturday, we might do some Street Fighter. 'Cause this week, Mark wasn't around. I think he was like on the wedding of Chris. I forgot her name. Of someone. She was like married, and a lot of NFT people, FNT people were there hanging out. I think.
Krista?
Sorry.
Was the name Krista? Oh, Chrissy Mayer?
Chrissy Mayer. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. She, from what I understand, she got married, and a lot of people were invited there, like X-Ray Girl and Mark were there, and a lot of other people from that sphere that I barely know. But yeah. But she.
Good for her.
Chrissy Mayer. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I really know her by name. I've no clue about most of those people, to be honest. But yeah, no, I just I know he was there, but we want to do like a Street Fighter Strumbleton Heimers at some point. Just combine the streams and just do a little Street Fighter open lobby stuff again. You weren't invited, Moto. I know, I don't know these people. Of course, I'm not invited.
No,
Also,
you're not allowed to come.
Also, I'm not in America, so I couldn't afford to go there anyway.
Have you thought about swimming?
I mean, yeah, swimming is nice, but I think my cardio is not awful, but I don't think it's that not awful.
You could swim. You could swim to America, theoretically.
I heard woken
Yeah, there you go.
Hollywood were
Get all your
mentioned
exercise
37
in.
times during the vows. You know, this would actually be kind of funny if that would be true. Galadriel could swim there. Oh, of course. And back. No problem. No problemo. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just procrastinating. It's like, what else can I talk about?
Oh, I could talk about System Shock for like 5 minutes.
What can we talk about
'cause
that I
played
know of?
No, I don't know. Fucking.
No, Ezra, don't put the baby in
There's
the
a-
microwave.
Dude, have you seen the reverse footage of
It's
that on
funny.
Twitter?
It's hilarious. I feel like
It's
a lot of
so
people
funny.
thought it was like the actual clip that was happening in the movie.
Some people definitely did it. I
The thing is,
laughed at that
it's still funny in the actual movie. Not
Dude.
Well,
as
the
they
baby's
intend,
done.
but it's
Ding.
just because it just goes bing when it lands. It's like, what does that mean? Why do you do
It's like,
this?
how? You shouldn't have power. You're disconnected. Why would you do that?
Why do
Well, I
tells
think I
if
told
you
Metal
did
that
or-
my theory is that he was powering it up with his lightning by accident, or maybe on purpose. You know, this is who we are talking about. And then just takes the baby out, and the baby's like it's gonna melt later that night. It's a gooey inside baby now.
You know what? It could have been a funny joke where the baby comes out and it's like tanned. And then like
Jesus.
Oh man, Supergirl can get railed. Interesting.
Interesting.
I thought I wouldn't like her in the movie. I kind of enjoyed her a lot.
Well, we didn't get anything from her. Like,
I know.
I think that's what we said yesterday,
so
basically. It's
little.
like, oh, the 3 minutes that we got from her were kind of alright, but then she dies multiple times.
Yeah. Oh my god, I felt terrible about that. I'm like, why would you do this to this poor character?
Well, you see, because time travel.
Yeah,
Eh,
exactly.
Ooh, I think what made me more pissed was like the offhand of like, oh, baby Kal-El died. What?
The infant did not survive. It's like, no!
Dude, oh my god. Imagine how much more entertaining if she had to fight like a 10-year-old Clark.
Anyway, that's, I guess, just, I mean, we already kind of jumped into it, but
movie bad.
movie
very
bad. No, there's like a 15 minutes or something starting sequence, but it's just all cringe. I don't have anything to say about it. I think that's how I summarized it yesterday as well.
Baby in the microwave.
I think Baller was like, oh, what happened before this thing? It's like 15 minutes of cringe. Moving on.
It's like padding. It's all padding.
Oh, it's just dumb intros like, oh, look how awkward the Flash is, and look how annoying this Starbucks worker is or whatever. And then it's like, oh, we got, hey, Barry, can you help us? You're like our third choice, even though you should be the first choice, because this is the absolute
Yeah.
best thing for you to be doing, because you're there first and could save them all really quickly. But no, we just...
The fact that he doesn't have food at home actually actively annoys me. You know you eat a lot. Why would you not have and make your own food?
Yeah, you should just
Why?
have fucking protein bars like all over his fucking suit somewhere, like a little pouch or something. He was like, oh no.
I should probably start this off. I'm going to compare this a lot to the animated TV show and to the animated movies of various qualities. In the literal Justice League, Flash does a promotion for energy bars. That's one of the things he does.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And
the
the Justice League don't like it, but that's what he does.
there's
so-
sorry?
It's so frustrating because they like look at all these good things you could have taken from, and you just don't.
Well, there was a story in Young Justice where Kid Flash, like he has to get a heart to a hospital for an organ transplant, and like they've built up ahead of time that he's got little compartments in his suit to have little protein bars, but he the but he's running on empty because he's had a bunch of villains that he's had to fight in between, because this is a heart that some very shady people don't want to get to the donor. So he's had to fight them off, and then he goes in to refuel, and he's out because he's already had to run a long way. He's running in a blizzard, so his metabolism is having to go double speed anyway. So it's a very not only is it intuitive, but it's also like a big oh fuck moment when you see the pouch is empty.
Right.
It's a little slot on his wrist, but with this they just play it for comedy, and they never really take advantage of it.
Yeah, not at all.
And also, also fucking Barry dumb in this.
Very dumb. He's not very smart, even though he's one of those characters like, oh, look how smart he is. I can do all these things. I'm so smart. But then he isn't. And he also has like no urgency, which we get to see very soon. But yeah, basically that's like a stupid comedy segment. It's like, oh my god, the Flash, I love you. It's like, oh, thank you. Awkward. And then he tries to get like a bar from her that he started eating, and she
I was annoyed. I was annoyed he left it on the ground. He didn't pick it up.
He did not pick it up. And that is this where he first steals like some food on the way from some rando on the street, or is it somewhere else? I don't remember. I know he steals like food twice in this movie on the way. But yeah,
and some clothes off an old man's back.
Yeah, an old man and an old lady, actually.
Yeah, he takes clothes from a couple. I'm like, why would you do? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get there. This is it's not very great.
Wouldn't run up to his own room and get his own clothes. No.
Yeah. And yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna go because Alfred was like, hey, can you help out Bruce? He's doing the thing. He's like, wow, why didn't you call Superman? It's like, oh, I did, but he's busy fighting a volcano or something. And then it's like, what about Diana? It's like, yeah, she's not picking up. It's like, what is happening? Why don't you have like a fucking a system that triggers just all of them, and then one of them goes like, I'll go there. And
why don't you have an earpiece?
No earpiece.
Like Craigslist for crimes.
Or even like he has like a watch.
Yeah.
Why don't they all have watches?
Exactly. It's like Alfred is the telephone central for the Justice League now, which is bizarre. He's just phoning people when something happens.
Actually, you know what I love? They go from legitimate excuse for Superman to Wonder Woman's just not picking up. We're not even gonna bother.
Yeah, they even show like a little animation or something, or a little scene where he's just dealing with like a volcano outbreak or something.
Yeah, it's on the news.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And it's like Diana didn't pick up. It's like, oh okay.
You gave up almost immediately.
I'm really happy she's in the Justice League. It's like, oh, it's Alfred. They can't be fucked. And like hospitals anyway.
Did they mention what Aquaman's doing? I don't remember.
I don't know if he was actually mentioned in this conversation. He's in the after
the only
credit
implication
scene.
Oh my god.
Oh fucking hell. I'm gonna sleep in the dirty puddle.
I didn't even see that in the cinema. When the credits started rolling, it's like, I gotta take a piss. Fuck this.
Dude,
even if there is one, I don't care. I'll find it online or something.
When it ended, people were like, there's no after scenes credit, and like half of them left, but the lights didn't turn on in the theater, so I'm like, let's just sit and wait and see what happens.
Well,
and then
here's
it
the
started
thing.
playing.
I always kind of wait for a couple of seconds, because most of the time, if there's none, the lights go on. And the lights did go on. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why would there be an after credit scene? Like, there's no point. Like, it's one of the last movies anyways. So I'm just gonna leave. So I took a piss and was like, oh, let's go back and check if there's anything else. And it's like, no, just still normal credits. And then I left. Because I couldn't be arsed and the movie was shit. But yeah, then I saw, of course, online that there's one.
Drunk. It's him being drunk. And then he hands off his ring and Barry just takes it off him. Or, well, he hands him the Atlantean ring and Barry's like, well, I'm just gonna keep this, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, one point of note in the beginning here is he makes his way over, like, just through America to, not to Metropolis, to Gotham, right? To the hospital.
Yeah.
And it's very fast. And he's never that fast ever again.
No.
Dude, I want to get on that too. Why do they
Go
always
nuts.
make his running look stupid?
It's
Why? Every time he speeds up, he runs slow. Why?
I don't
Why
know.
would you do that?
It's so funny because again, Flashpoint paradox. There's like, I don't see. I don't even talk about like the whole adaptation argument or whatever. It's just like you have it there. It looks better in a normal animation. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
that in the live action movies for these Flash films or series, it became like a meme that became canon that the running has to look fucking stupid, and I don't know why.
Well, I can even say that CW does it better because their CGI wide shots. They remember that the leg should be going
Right.
not do. Oh, he's skating do. His fucking legs get slower when they switch to the green screen shot in this. Because remember the shot where it's like faster. Oh, now he's going slower even though he's speeding up. What the fuck?
I don't understand. Oh, Meme, there's a good question for you. How fast does the Flash canonically restore his semen capacity after a discharge? I think that's an important question.
That's a very, very good question. Some say at the speed of sound,
How much
others say
food
at the
does he
speed
have?
of
That can't
light.
be safe.
You know, it's a very difficult. It really does depend on the iteration. It depends on how the Reverse Flash has been interfering with the timeline in that given point. Like what has Lola Bunny been doing at that point? To slow his blood flow. There are variables to how his refractory period. All I know is that it's not always good to be fast, is what I'll say. Not
How
always good to
fast do
be
you
fast.
think it would take him to beat up the whole state of Hawaii?
Like an afternoon.
Wait, beat up the whole state of Hawaii? Did I hear
Oh,
that
do you
right?
not know about that?
No, but it sounds hilarious.
He like assaulted 2 people in Hawaii. Ezra Miller.
Oh, I think it was like something in the flashlight. I didn't even think about the real life.
For some reason, I was thinking
That's
about the
great.
false alarm, the nuke false alarm
Oh,
in Hawaii.
That was actually Reverse Flash. It was the Zoom. It's like, it was me,
Oh my
Hawaii.
God.
I did it.
Well, when the Ezra Miller thing came out, a bunch of memes came out where it was like, "Hey, remember when you did it? That was you, Barry. I can't be blamed for that. You're just a bad person, Barry."
Yeah.
the S really does stand for semen. God,
Good God.
Of course.
dude, it's man.
There's something comedic about the meta about this movie. Like all these things come out about Ezra Miller, and it's like, here you have the Flash movie. If there's 2 Flashes in it, it's like, no wait, what? Wouldn't you want
Oh my
less
God.
Flash? But
they could
again,
do-
this has been
do
in
more
production for
crime
like a
and
million
twice the
years,
rate.
so
They could do double the crime
double the crime.
at the same rate.
That's
Oh
how they
my
actually
God.
make Batman Return. They just do so much crime in Gotham. It's like, damn it, it's not the safest city anymore.
God damn it.
Oh God. But yeah, he runs really fast over there. Makes his way to the hospital. Is like, and instead of just starting to save everyone, he's like, Alfred, where's
What am I
Batman?
supposed to do?
I'm the janitor of the Justice League. I'm also running
too
on
many of
empty.
them.
I don't have enough calories in my body. It's like, shut the fuck up and get the people out of there, you prick. God. It's like no
Same-
urgency.
Yeah,
I
do
fucking
it.
hate that.
Dude, oh my God. What pissed me off more was when like he would. I hate the idea that he can't touch people at super speed, and it makes them puke. Because I just think that's
Well, because that's
silly.
also new to this movie. He moved people in the other movies, specifically the
Yeah.
Snyder Cut, because that's what they treat as canon in this one for some reason.
Which doesn't make sense, of course, when tied to other movies like Aquaman.
Yeah, because
So thanks.
he's moved people before at super speed, and there was no problem.
Well, what's worse is like he wraps that instead of grabbing the guy in the ambulance, he wraps the hose around him, and instead of just pulling the hose up real quick, and
Just
then
lets him hang there.
yeah, and he hit forces then. What if he's not strong enough to pull himself up?
No, his work is done there.
It's and and the guy pulls himself up clearly, but it's like, what if you can't do that? You can easily just tie it around him, pull him out, and you're not technically touching him because that's how it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And then as soon as he's up above ground, you can just let him drop on safe ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so, oh my god.
Also, didn't you point out that somehow they've evacuated the entire hospital except for the maternity ward?
Yeah. Oh, we get there. I wasn't even there
Yeah.
yet. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Like everybody is gone, but for some reason the door locked for the maternity ward, and the nurse and the babies are still in there. That's it. That's something
the
funny
door-
about that.
The door's jammed and no one knows how to get them out.
And the thing is,
And-
I don't even. There should be more people flying out of this building, to be honest, because nobody expected this thing to just fall apart until it happened, right?
And then I don't know why they're not going out the other way. They're already out of the building from the collapsed area. Like, go to the other exit. What are you people doing?
Nothing smart.
It's like right there, it showed in that clip. All those people are running out away from the collapsing. I'm like, why?
Yes, I'm. Oh yeah. The reason this collapses, by the way, Bruce fills or Batman fills in the Flash like, hey, there's a small gang. They've made like a plan, and they stole some virus, whatever the fuck, and they blasted their way out. And I'm just like, what the fuck did they use? The whole fucking building is collapsing. They just leveled the whole parking lot below it. It's like, what did you use? Like 17 RPGs? What is it?
What, you know, plastique, the explosive plastique?
I think I heard about it, yeah.
Well, this is plotstick.
Oh.
This is, this is an explosive that does whatever the plot needs it to do.
Ah, okay.
I thought
So-
they
so
would
they
use
blew
it
it up with
against
plastic.
Batman in the car chase, but they
You
don't.
see, but the plot didn't need it to be used against Batman, so they didn't use it against Batman.
Okay. Also, this shouldn't just
Plotstick.
this whole thing just shouldn't be an issue anyway, because the Flash should be just able to get the people out, get the guy in the car in like a minute, and then we can all go home. This shouldn't be this should be solved like this, no problem.
Don't get me started how like Batman almost killed some kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a
see
great
you,
plan, by
Batman.
the way. Oh no, they're crossing the road. Let me put some spikes on the ground and hope they change their direction, I guess. That's just what.
Oh fuck! I must have been looking down at that point because I was taking notes because I was blissfully blessed with a basically barren theater, so I could just take notes at my own leisure without the risk of disturbing anyone.
Nice.
And I must have been looking down because I can't pause the film in the cinema, unfortunately.
Someone didn't get the
maybe
premium
fortune-
seats.
Yeah, I know, right? The pause button. So I had to look down occasionally. So I occasionally missed some stuff during
Yeah.
action beats.
Yeah, when there's like children crossing the street, and the gang is like in their Humvee or whatever it was, and they just go full speed, and it doesn't even look like they slow down. So it seems like they were very cool with just running over those children. And
Oh.
Batman's plan was shooting like a ball through the tires of the car. It extends
He
into
shoots
like
his
one of
balls at
these
them?
spike traps that the police uses, and go over there. But they
He
dodge
shoots his
it.
spiky balls at them.
The ball is not spiky, but it turns into spikes. It's like inward
Okay.
spikes. It's spiky on the inside.
Okay, so like me.
Was that ball locked? It was locked until it passed through the car, below the car, and then it just extended. It went from locked
See, this is the
balls to extend balls.
See, this is the importance of locking your balls. Otherwise, children can get hurt.
Exactly.
I just fucking knew. I knew. I thought to myself as I'm taking the notes, just like I'm gonna miss. This is gonna be the moment something really stupid happens, and I'm gonna miss it because I need to note this thing down. And wouldn't you know it, I missed the balls. I missed the extendo spike ball,
Huh.
the bad extendo spike ball. Trademark.
Yeah.
Wayne Industries.
Wayne Industries. But yeah, Batman is causing a lot of bad lateral damage, and I said it yesterday, and you didn't laugh. Fuck you.
Yeah, because I was tired, and now I'm still tired. But now I'm alert.
Now you have to laugh because I'm the host. Or you get
Yeah,
punished.
and also there isn't like 30 people. There aren't 6 other people vying for attention.
Yeah,
I can laser focus.
laser focused.
Oh, I got 6 other people fine for instance. Damn you, Father's Day.
But yeah, you want to talk about the baby scene?
God.
So of
Baby
course,
in the
Flash doesn't just
microwave.
fix the issue in a heartbeat. No,
No.
he's doing so. I don't. I didn't. I wanted to mention that yesterday, or it just didn't occur to me. He's like kind of wrapping up, like, I guess, electric cables on the bottom, not the bottom floor, like in the parking lot area below the thing. I guess so. There's no
I
electricity
have no idea what the fuck he's
going
doing.
on.
I don't know.
I was kind
It
of
looks like
confused
he's-
what was actually happening there. It's like, okay.
I guess he was bundling cords so they don't electrocute the water and kill
That's what I was
little
thinking.
people down there. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I'm confused about what's actually happening. That is a very good sentence for this film.
For the
That's
movie
a
in
very
general.
good sentence.
I don't know what's happening. But yeah, he's just goes back up, and I was like, "Yo, if my calculations are right, this thing is collapsing," and they always
collapsing.
are. It's like you didn't need to add that in between those sentences.
Alfred, shut the fuck up.
Just tell him, Barry, go in there and fucking save the children or whatever. But no, it starts collapsing, and no one is in there anymore except the babies and the nurse, and they just all just start rolling out of there. And I'm just like, they should just fall
They be
over
rolling?
because they probably have like little wheel locks or something on there. So they should probably just more flip over. But
Oh.
that's a small
Oh, God,
issue in the grand
They all
scheme
fall
of
off
everything.
and hit the ground and then roll out onto the glass, then fall out the building. Oh, that's a terrible. That you just gave me that whole thought process right now. Oh, that's
Babies have
terrible.
wheel locks? No. The beds they're in. I don't think the babies themselves have locks on them.
Though they should. They should.
Oh, man. Yeah, right
all
on the
babies should
mouth.
have locks on them.
Lock babies. Lock.
Oh yeah, and the
Babies.
way the way the one baby nurse fell out, it looked like she threw the baby out the window. It looked so
Fuck the baby. I gotta save myself if I can.
yeah, dude. It looked so. Oh my god.
Look, it was a mercy killing, okay?
It was
That's
a
the
mercy.
hero of this film.
Dude, I hate the comedy in this movie.
Oh,
It's-
it didn't. Most of it didn't hit with me. There was very little that made me chuckle, but most of it just makes
Yeah.
me. Ugh.
There's
You know,
a
I'm
reason
aware-
where like the heroes quit in battle, but it's not like the actions they do are funny. That's why they quit.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Like-
or if the actions they do are funny, and it should be funny in a way that makes sense. Like it's a like there's something that actually works, but it's kind of funny out of context, sort of thing.
Like they take the moment is funny because they're taking it seriously. Like that scene where Batfleck is like lighting on the bridge, like that's unintentionally funny because it's so serious. He's like feet skating and surfing because he's attached to the car.
Yeah.
Like that looks both hilarious and cool at the same time. And then he like rams into shit constantly. That's hilarious.
Well, I like when he's holding up a whole human being by just his fingertips.
Oh,
He's very strong.
He is very, very strong. Very
Um,
strong.
But
That
yeah,
finger-
the babies are falling out of the hospital, and because that's not enough of a threat, we also have to comically put them in danger in midair. It's
each individual baby has their own special
like, it's-
environmental hazard.
I didn't laugh so hard about this yesterday, but somehow today it's just like the imagery. It's just, one baby is about to get crushed in midair. One baby has like scalpels falling in straight at its face.
One of them has the fluorescent acid falling on.
Yes, and
That
one of
baby's
it
about
is
to
like
become
almost
Two-Face.
what baby Two-Face, yeah. And one of the babies is about to get burned by a gas canister that's somehow lit on fire. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah,
but
the oxygen tank. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
and it's
makes
like,
sense
really?
for it to be that, but like,
Oh.
come on.
This is also where we introduced the flash time, is what we've been calling it.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I
useful
don't know what
tool.
else.
I'm sure he's gonna use it when he has to fight like strong enemies and stuff. We never
Definitely,
see it
definitely.
again. This is the only time. Um,
And even when
I
they
love
do,
this
it's like it doesn't matter because they made Kryptonian super speed,
yeah.
even though
Uh,
they kind of shouldn't be. But that's fine.
I
It's
know
fine.
they don't properly use it anymore. This is the only time because he basically almost stops time. Like they fall really slowly. But oh no, the calorie intake! I can't do it. But luckily, there's a fucking vending machine with food falling down there as well. So good.
Nice. And there's a
Yay!
burrito in the microwave as well.
He does. Does he?
Oh, let's
Oh
not
yeah.
forget the random dog. I don't know where the dog
Oh
comes
yeah,
from.
there's a therapy dog falling down. I don't know where that one is coming from. I don't know if they have those in maternity wards. Maybe they do.
Cotton Eye
I don't
Joe.
know.
Maybe
Also,
he's from another floor. I don't know.
also, like someone in chat just said, does it imply the hospital was full of mothers who just evacuated and didn't care about getting their baby?
Right?
Yeah.
It
of
showed
course.
two nurses trying to get them out.
Yeah, I don't remember who's at that door, but I don't think it was like a bunch of moms trying to get to their babies. So that's kind of funny.
It looked like two nurses, which makes sense, but at the same time, like, man,
Metal, is this movie better or worse than Cries of Infinite Earths? Oh man, that's a good question actually. I don't remember Infinite Earths well enough to make a judgment on that.
they
Yeah,
have
that
a
one's
book where they can
more
write their
difficult.
destiny in.
That's true. That's true. It's
So, yeah.
difficult. That one's difficult because
I feel like that's
so many
already
moving
better
parts.
because there's something. It's stupid, but there's something in
Yeah.
Crisis.
Yeah, it's that one's it's more complicated with that one as well because there are just so many established characters that have so many things to keep track of as well. So it's like this one's easier because like all the characters here only have like 2 appearances previous a piece, so it's like much easier to know if they're going well or if they're yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths did cameos better than this movie.
Yeah, because they were actually fucking reacting to the crisis.
And
Why doesn't
the
Flash have a cameo?
cameos from
Literally-
the cameos from characters you liked, like Lucifer, even though he's like a Deus Ex, but people like him.
Yeah. Why doesn't Flash have candy in his belt if doesn't? Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier. I think you might have just missed it as well. That's like one of the first things we were talking about. Was like you just have food on him at all times, and they
Yeah.
even do that in one of the animated films. Ooh. So yeah, there's like this vending machine, and he just destroys it, and he puts like all this food in his mouth, and I guess that just gives him instant energy. That's just how it works. I don't even know how this should supposedly work with the calories. The calories don't go instantly, but speed 4. I don't know. You know what? I don't care. It's just stupid, and because it never is a factor ever again, I don't care to figure out why and how that works.
What he said.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, okay, I guess that's how it's a video game. It's literally a video game. I need health. Give me a candy bar. I got 20 health back. It's like, yeah, okay. Instead, here's
You're
the
a candy
stamina. A good superpose, you understand what they can and can't do. Exactly. And here's just like, oh, okay, this is happening, I guess. Cool. Let's see. So yeah, he just kind of. So, I think at this point we haven't introduced yet that this is a limitation. You can't move people around, really fast. So
It's a change. It's just a straight up change.
it's a
is
straight
what
up
it is.
change. But then he still moves around the babies, and they try to imply he's doing it really careful. But the way they move in the slow-mo is still pretty fast in real time, so they're fucked, all of them. Like, all the babies should be dead. It's just...
All control. Yeah, I didn't even think of that because he kind of lets time speed up a little bit more, so he can.
Yeah,
Grab
because it
them
doesn't
and
matter if you're
throw
being
them out.
delicate within your own framework there. They're still going to whiplash into position, right? From
Yeah.
their point of view.
Yeah, and it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless he
Yeah.
literally like slowly ramps them down.
And I'll second what Mutually said yesterday. It's just all they had to say was like, if I touch them, they are protected by the Speed Force. There you go. Just
Which
Hey,
is
I said that, damn it.
oh,
which is,
sorry, meme.
which is what which is all Flash stuff does because it makes sense. It extends like one or two people out, and that's fine. It's just an aura,
Yeah.
and they literally show that in this movie with the little time bubble crap.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think it's
It's
called
like a
Chrono
bubble.
Bubble or something, right?
Yeah, like why would you? Oh my god!
It's like they're trying to do the cosmic treadmill without doing the cosmic treadmill. It's
I
really
was,
weird.
I was thinking that I'm like, why would you do cosmic treadmill? People don't even know the cosmic treadmill? Why would you like reference that?
Because we can. Din, 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 din.
Right.
So
Thing
yeah,
is, the cosmic treadmill provides more concrete limitations because you need a physical device to move between different times and different universes. While with fucking, if you can just do it with your body, it kind of, well, you can still do it well. It's just it makes it more difficult to limit it.
I had to explain to my family why Nick Cage was Superman fighting a giant spider.
I didn't know
I
the
do
story
explain to
behind
Metal.
it as well. I was just like, oh, Nick Cage, that's a meme. I get it, I think. And then I asked memes like, oh, he was supposed to be Superman at some point. And
I
then,
think Drinker has a video about it called like a
oh, okay.
thing cause like production catastrophes or something. He has a few videos,
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
that's
remember
one of
those.
them. Is the Superman one, and there's like you can look up online. There's like actual pictures of like Nick Cage wearing the Superman
Yeah, I've
outfit.
seen that, seen those since. And I think I've seen them before because it looked kind of familiar. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
probably propagated around. It's a pretty funny image of just Nick Cage
Production
and
hell, that's what it's called. Thank you.
mhm.
That's
yeah, and
what
they made
Drinker
like a
does.
whole official documentary as well called "The Death of Superman Lives." Basically just trying to figure out what the hell happened with this film. Doing a bunch of interviews with people.
No.
Why wouldn't Barry kill Zod by vibrating through him? The world may
That's a
never
good
know.
question,
Because he said they
considering he
can't kill
doesn't have
him
any.
and then kills one in 20 seconds. Like, we'll get there.
Well, allegedly doesn't kill him.
Yeah, yeah. He's just unconscious. So yeah, he just kind of lines the babies up, and they all fall down slowly. Well, in his flash time, and then he apparently what they're trying to do is like he's gently catching them, but he also puts one in the microwave in midair because that protects the baby. Protects the
Yeah,
baby from the flames.
it's not like the baby's gonna bounce around in there constantly, you
That's what
know.
I
No,
said. Yeah, it's
it's
even
gonna
if we
be a liquid
accept all
baby
the
by
other
the end.
things, he actually like slowed their fall or whatever. This last one, he slows the fall of the microwave, and then the baby inside just goes like flap. It's done.
Did you know babies are delicate?
You mean
Thank you for
delicious?
reminding me of Indiana Jones in the town of Glass Heads. Thank you
Chris,
for
Chris.
reminding me of that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
The that not the knockoff of Indiana Jones.
Yeah. That was a
Thank
small
you. I
Indiana
needed to
Jones. This
bring
is
that
all in the
up.
same universe. That's where you first learned about this. Um,
Just like Popeye, it's instant. Yes, eats that spinach and immediately gets straight. You know what? That's not even true because with Popeye, he has to take the time to chew the spinach. Then when he eats it, you have to watch it shoot up into his arms. Not even
Like a
then.
real boy.
Exactly. It takes time.
Good God. So yeah. So that happened. Then we get the whole scene with Batman. And he kicks everybody's ass. It's kind of fun. It's not bad. I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, that is on screen where he's leaping off of stuff. So many people are dead though.
No. It's all just bad lateral damage. It's
I
fine. Don't worry about it.
listen. To be
Is
fair,
Popeye an allegory for steroids?
Sure.
Yes.
I love Popeye for the record. I don't. He's wonderful. I need to watch the
I've had
Robin
enough
Williams
Popeye.
movie again.
So yeah, he just kind of punches everyone out. There's one kind of fun scene where the one guy just looks at Batman. He's like, "Nah, fuck that shit," and just jumps out of the car himself. It's
Yeah,
kinda
the
funny.
driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I laughed at that. It's hard not to laugh. That's like the one. That's something that's like actually funny,
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
but
That was
it's
kinda
so
fun.
easy to do.
And yeah, he just kind of grabs the other one. Also, somewhere along the way, for some reason, his bat hook breaks, or at least partly breaks, because he can still use it to hook onto the side of the bridge, but he can't pull himself in with it anymore. And the case with that they stole has like this virus in there, and everyone's like, "Oh no, if that falls into the river, half of Gotham City is gonna be wiped out by lunchtime." It's like, okay.
It's just dangling open.
It's dangling
In-
open. There's nothing. It looks like there's nothing that secures the bottles, by the way, which is kind of funny. So they should totally fall out, by the way.
I don't. Why does it open so easily?
I don't know, but
What?
it's funny. There's a continuity error when Wonder Woman gets them up, the case is closed again
No,
in the next
it
frame.
flips closed. It flips closed.
Okay.
I paid attention because I heard that on the podcast before I saw it. So I'm
I'm
watching
very
it. I'm like,
impressed you paid
this.
attention.
I know. That halfway through I couldn't anymore. You could see it as soon as they pulled him up over the ledge, you see it like flip close.
Okay.
I'm like, why?
Hey, you should have done
But
that
why?
earlier.
And it does
I
it by itself. It's hilarious. I don't. It's like it magically just flips closed. I'm like, what? Why?
Motorola is branching out. This is the new flip case.
Also, yes, Chad, you heard right. Wonder Woman is here, even though she didn't pick up. And you hear the music. No yodeling, though. And she's like, hey, I'm here to save the day. And it's really awkward because all she does is pull them up. And then there's like the lasso of truth is around Batman's arm. He's like, Then he says, I have too big of an ego to say thank you, which is like, no, fuck off. He totally said thank you.
The line
Doesn't he
after
also
that
say,
pissed me off
like,
more.
Yeah, and doesn't he say after that, I should just give away all my money because I would do more good by stopping poverty?
Oh
by-
shit, he does
Yeah.
say that. You're right.
Yeah, I fucking
Oh,
hate that line. I'm like,
cringe.
that's not true. That's
Very
not how
cringe.
this works.
Oh, this is not thing of no.
You already give to charity, Bruce, or
No!
at least you should be.
God
Before
damn
you
it.
do it.
I forgot
do
about
both.
that, and now I'm angry.
Yeah, so here's the thing, chat. I don't know if your parents have taught you this. You don't give homeless people money. You give them food. If they don't take the food, they're more likely than not a genuine homeless person, or they really, really want the drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't.
I mostly
money
just don't
doesn't-
like giving random people my money.
Mo- like money doesn't help. I'm sorry. You give a homeless guy who's 50-50 homeless because he's an addict. He's gonna go buy more drugs with it. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Giving away money doesn't work.
Yeah. If I give money
give
to
money to
homeless
the homeless,
people,
then I
then
won't have
I
money.
won't have the money.
No, homeless. Yeah, see, I try to be nice. I usually look at a homeless guy's shoes to see if they're actually homeless or not. 'Cause there
Show
was
me
a-
your homeless ID. I don't know if you're actually homeless. There should be. No, that's just a test. If they have an ID, it's like, oh, you should probably go and get help with that ID because you can still tell them who you are. Because it's actually that's a lot of times is the problem for homeless people. They don't have any IDs or anything where they can go to places with. Because for some reason, then they need ID, and then it's like, yeah, but I don't have anything. I'm homeless. Like, well, get fucked then.
Yeah, because I only say this because this happened years ago in my lovely state. There was a homeless guy who panhandled under a bridge for like 5 years. Turns out he was a doctor. Every Saturday he would go out and panhandle for like 8 hours just as a homeless guy. He made more money panhandling for those 5 years than him working as a doctor.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Oh my
I think he
God.
lost his license. which
I
doesn't make sense. But he had to be punished somehow, and I think he went to jail after. So,
Well, that is a form of fraud, I do believe.
yes. So
Yes.
Serious question: if this movie was done properly, would it be better end of a Flash trilogy or better Justice League movie? The thing is, if it would be done properly, it would be a different movie and would be better. That's
Yeah.
you want to do something completely different. You want to drop the whole multiverse shenanigans. Actually, just do Flashpoint Paradox. Like honestly, just do fucking Flashpoint Paradox.
yeah,
It's a
and
fun
even
movie, and the rules are super simple.
and even then, it's like, why do it in live action? The animated one's right there.
Yeah,
You
just
only
in
have,
that case, just do that one. Exactly, just watch that one.
and even then, my only critiques with that movie is you probably could have kept the scene from the comic where he talks to his mom one last time, and that's like it.
Hmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
smooth
Then
some things out.
But
yeah.
yeah,
So like very like adaptational stuff versus this film where it's like, oh, just everything is so no,
no.
Oh, I
no.
have that bookmarked, by the way, the clip from the CW Flash where
Is it
what's
all
his
the
name?
Godspeeds? All
No,
the
no, no.
Godspeeds chasing after Impulse?
Oh God, no. It's the where he explains how time travel works.
Oh, the season 3 clip, yeah, the whole like if you change, even if you go back and undo what you did, it's still you can't fix it completely because it's like the broken mug.
Yeah,
Um
it won't be the same way as it was before. I'm like, that's like the perfect metaphor for it.
yeah, it's just like don't fuck with the time. Don't stick your dick in it, Barry. Don't stick your dick in it.
Which brings up the other issue is why didn't he fucking take why didn't they take these CW actors that people love? The show just ended. Why would you not put them in?
We talked about
Well,
this yesterday. It's like you have all these dead people as cameos,
Oh
and
my
then,
God.
and then the Flash guy who's still playing the Flash right now. It's like, I'm available, by the way. It's like, no, go back to your
they
show.
literally said in an interview, "Oh, we didn't have room for him in the film. We just didn't have. We thought about it. We just didn't have a place." And it's just like you literally had the Glup Shido showcase. You could have shoved him in.
The Club Shadow Showcase. Oh, that's
Okay.
amazing. I love that.
So here's the thing. I have to bring this up because it's just been brought up now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck this movie and everything it represents, and fuck everyone who worked on it because they literally released it on the death of George Reeves.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So George, and that's who they put in the movie was George Reeves. And if you don't know who that is, he is the first Superman basically
Mm-hmm.
for TV.
Yeah, like the
And
second live action Superman, first one on TV, I think.
and if you don't know, George Reeves essentially blamed Superman for ruining his career and ended up killing himself because of it. Because people
I will actually
typecast it as
just
that.
I will say that it's contentious whether or not he actually did it for that, whether it was actually a suicide or not. The evidence is a bit mixed. I'm not really
Some believe he
defending
was
this
murdered.
for that. Yeah, so I'm
Some
just
believe he
kind
was
of putting
murdered
that.
or accidental shooting.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
so it's because the evidence kind of doesn't point to a homicide or a suicide, so it's kind of hard to say what it was.
Okay.
but he was struggling, and he blamed the role of Superman for
Well, that's
ruining
just
his acting career.
that's just
Basically.
nasty then. Damn.
Yeah, and it pisses me off more because Ben Affleck literally plays as George Reeves in a movie that talks
Oh,
about
yeah,
that,
yeah. In
which
the
is a really good movie.
documentary of him or something, right? Or is that
Yeah,
a movie? I don't.
it's like I forget what it's called. I have to, but he literally plays George Reeves
Mm-hmm.
in that movie, and it goes over parts of that.
Yeah. Hollywood Land.
Holly,
Someone said.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's the movie. I mean, I know there's some inaccuracies with it, and it's Ben Affleck plays George Reeves, and it discusses the circumstances surrounding his death.
Huh. That's an interesting connection. Altogether. That's crazy.
Yeah, and so This fucking movie is so I hate it so much. It's so disrespectful.
You should.
Hollywoodland is a pretty decent movie. I would recommend that.
Wonder Woman shows up and they makes up. It's like, yeah, I should give away all my money, ha ha ha. And Barry's like, I don't know how sex feels like, ha ha ha.
Look, a virgin.
And then Diana's like, haha, you guys, and then she just flies off. That's
And that's
it.
not-
Lasso of mouth diarrhea, apparently.
Yeah, that's not how the lasso works.
Yeah, she needs to ask questions, right?
Yeah, and you would need to really and if to force someone to answer, I'm pretty sure you need to actually that's almost an active ability where they when they're wrapped in the lasso, of course they will have to tell the truth if they speak. But if you actually want to force them to speak, that's a further ability you have to activate. They're not just going to start telling their entire life story to you.
Yeah. So what she usually ends up doing, she asks the question and then she tightens the lasso. Is how
Yeah.
it usually activates,
Mhm.
and you can't resist it forever. That's even shown in the Flashpoint movie when they have I think it's Steve Trevor, ironically, where he
Yeah.
has him
Yep,
wrapped,
yep.
and she tugs on
Hangs
it,
him.
she fucking snaps his neck, and
Uh-huh.
she fucking tugs on it, and he's resisting. And even one of the Amazonians points out, and she's
Exactly.
like, "He's resisting. That's impossible." And she's like, "No,
No.
not for long." And she just starts choking him, and he spills his guts.
Yeah. But yeah, she fucks off, and everyone's like, "We did it! Hooray! We saved the Gotham or something." And yeah, Barry just goes back to work to his crime thingy because he wants
I
to
don't.
change the crime system or whatever.
But Barry's been gone for like who knows how long.
Oh yeah,
That guy
he
would-
was already late when
And-
he was getting a sandwich or whatever.
And not
I want
only
a
that,
sandwich now.
that guy spent like who knows how long making one fucking
Yeah,
sandwich.
like 20 minutes. It's like, damn, you need to be faster.
That's that's like as bad as me.
And he was also
Run,
talking
sandwich,
about
run.
some shenanigans the whole time to Barry. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
and there's already a line behind Barry.
Yep.
And he doesn't notice that he's gone. No, none of them notice he's gone.
Nobody tells him as well. It's like, sorry, you're talking to no one right now. Hello?
Dude.
Whatever.
It's,
But yeah, he goes to work. He gets chewed out. It's like, oh, you're always late. And like his friends, co-workers. I still don't know if they're actually friends or co-workers. I don't know. He was like, hey, you need to chill out. It's just blah blah blah. And Barry's like, fuck you guys. We're talking about real people here and stuff, morals or something. I don't know. They do this here, but it goes nowhere in the movie. That has really nothing to do with anything. It's just like, yeah, he wants to change the system, and that's why he's here.
by doing his job extremely slowly.
Yeah.
Which annoys me slightly. Because
Then
like, this is something you care about. Why would you not be like faster?
Yeah.
Why
then,
can't he be slow at everything except doing his work?
Yeah, and then he goes outside. The boss man gives like some interviews, like, yeah, we did the thing, and it's all good. And Barry's like, yeah, I was still working on that. We didn't finish it, and yeah. Then there's Iris Watts, like an old school colleague of of his, and it's like, "Hey, Barry, we went to school." It's like, "Yeah, how you doing?" I'm asking as a friend. It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing it right." But the public would like to know. It's like, "Okay, fuck you, Iris Watts. I don't like you. You suck."
West.
West? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you just said it the first time, but no, you're saying Watts. It's West.
oh, that's what I heard. I never double check because I don't care. And she is in the movie for like 5 minutes.
You know, that is fair. That is fair. That is very fair.
What do you what do you mean you don't care? You didn't care about the sesame seed?
Oh, fuck's sake. Don't remind me of
Her
the
nephew
fucking wiener.
becomes the third Flash, you know.
Oh, right.
Uh,
It's so many booster goals related to him.
But yeah,
Bruh.
she's like, yeah, I'm a reporter and the thing. It's like, well, my official statement is that my dad is innocent, and she's just like being a dick about it. It's like, well, I wouldn't want my dad to be innocent, to be guilty as well. I'm a bit biased, and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out of here. I need to go. It's like, yeah, you know what, Barry? Fair play. Good job.
Good job. You take that while you can. We're not
Yeah,
going to say that very often
we
in
don't.
this
No, we
film.
don't. So yeah, apparently Bruce sends him info or like a basically a USB drive that has his father some more evidence for his father's case, which by the way is just lying on a doormat in front of his apartment and has it just says on it confidential evidence. It's like what?
Why
It's
didn't
not
you
even
slip
under
it
the
under the
doormat.
door?
It's not even under the door. It's just not even under the. It's not. There are
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many degrees of Todd,
Yeah.
and they've chosen the worst way.
He's also the Flash. Just let him go grab it. It takes like 2 seconds.
No, you literally could have handed him on the bridge.
Maybe he
Like,
didn't
with the
have
fear.
it back then. Or,
I know.
maybe he didn't. I don't know, but
He's Batman. He has everything.
he's,
He has
but he
the
needs to
prep
still
time.
get it. Like he doesn't have it magically in his hands. But yeah, like just put it in front of his apartment, and there's like other apartment doors. It's like, all right,
The mailbox, or slide it under the door.
yeah, mailbox is a great invention. My post people use it all the time when they have mail for me. But yeah, so yeah, in case you didn't know, his father is in prison, and we talked about this yesterday, and it's funny because it doesn't make sense in any way, the way he is in prison. Because I was raising the question, like, why is his dad in prison anyway? The cashier should be able to spot his alibi. There should be other cameras pointed to the
He
cash.
has a receipt.
It has a receipt. There's a lot of people in there, but for some reason there's only one camera on this tomato can rack,
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
it. And then Fringy comes sliding. Is like, wait a minute, this wouldn't even help him anyway because when he appears, that's like 10 seconds after it happened. So that wouldn't even help him that much, even if they have that. Like the mom is still alive when he appears there. We hear her kind of like being like stabbed. So it doesn't work very well in both directions. So good job.
Good job. Good job. Good job. But surely Barry will want to know who killed his mom, right? Like that's something that's going to be very important to
Instead
him.
of calling 911, he just runs out the door.
We laughed about that as well. It's like
It's
Barry called 911. I mean,
it's so unintentionally funny.
I know
Like,
he's a kid, bro, and scared or whatever. It's like call 911, just runs away. It's just,
like, why-
but yeah, they completely fucked this up. And yeah, as Meme pointed out, surely he would just want to know who actually did it. And I'm gonna go ahead a little bit. We see here in a second that he can just go through the timeline and can just kind of pop his head out of his chrono bubble and check the area. It's like, ooh,
oh my
what's going on
God.
over here? And that doesn't have any repercussions apparently. So at no time in the movie he's like, oh, let me have a quick look see what's going on over there.
Who killed my mom? Oh
Who
my
killed
God,
my
it was
mom?
me.
You might want to check it out. It's like, ooh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just a it's just a workaround. It's like an exploit for his powers.
Like, dude, if anything, that probably could have started the whole movie right there. He could have just see who killed his mom, find him in real life
Yeah, and then
as the Flash,
put
get
a
him to
paper
confess.
put a paper trail that points towards him or whatever. Easy.
Have Batman do it.
Exactly.
He's a detective.
Yeah.
Win,
You know,
winner, chicken dinner. He's locked up. Your dad's free.
Yeah,
Yep.
but we
But
do
no,
it
they
in the
can't do
movie.
that because that would mean Flash characters would be in this Flash movie. They would have to deal with the Reverse Flash.
Wait,
and
the
that
Flash
would
is in
just
this
be
movie?
not on. Oh, right. No, I don't know, actually. I mean, I know there's lightning in this movie that's sometimes yellow, sometimes blue, but I don't know, man.
I don't.
I think Batman's in this film.
It's bad point paradox.
That's literally how I feel about this. Like, no one cares about Ezra Miller. We care about like I cared more about Supergirl than I did the Flash.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
not in this movie for like more than 5 minutes. I feel bad for. I hope that actress gets to play Supergirl again.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because I want to see how the Supergirl would turn out if she didn't get fucking destroyed by Zod.
Yeah. So yeah, on this flash drive, there's like remastered content of that camera because it was like interfered with or whatever. But it doesn't really help because he never looks up, so they can't see his face, so it's worthless. And then he talks to his dad, and it's in isolation in a movie that would be better. This could actually be meaningful as a conversation, but it's just it's fine. But I don't know, you just don't care because you don't care about these characters. At least I didn't.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're almost 10 years out. No, we're 10 years to this year out from the DCEU's beginning, and the amount of unearned we're treating it like this is oh look, it's just another day with the Justice League. It's just another day in the DCEU. Look how far we've come. No. It's just like you've not earned any of this.
No.
This is unearned valor of the highest degree. Like this is the problem every time we tune into this universe where huge events have happened off screen. You're acting as if these characters have significance if you don't know who they are outside of this universe. We're acting as if we should have any reason to give a shit, and we just don't.
No.
We've not been given a reason to give a single fuck.
Exactly. I want to remind
Except for the
everybody,
Suicide
we in those 10 years we haven't gotten a single Batman movie, which is insane. Batman was
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's all, okay. That's what you said up until now, because this kind of is a Batman movie, but
Tiny bit.
yeah, because you think they want to go, they wanted to go for the Batman movie as fast as possible. Fucking God, see, now I'm thinking about it and just getting angry. Batman is like the easiest one to do. This is the easiest one where we can just do a fucking low stakes story where we can show Batman do his Batman stuff. And they just go instantly for the fucking jugular. They're jogging on the Eular. That means probably something. They just don't do anything. It's just like, oh, Martha. Oh. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, well, they rushed it because they have to compete with Marvel. And
The
as
They
a
really didn't.
Oh, of course, we got the Batman, of course, yeah. But I'm talking specifically about the DCEU, the connected stuff. Because the Batman is like its own thing. I think they said this is like not in this canon included as its own thing. Which
Because that's-
thank
No,
fuck.
you gotta clean up cat vomit.
Oh.
well, poor meme is doing that. I threw my mattress in front of my door to soundproof it.
Nice.
Because people are loud. My family's loud.
How
and that's
dare
okay.
they?
Yeah, and I think that's the funny thing is DC. I think is kind of better at doing low stakes stories, even with superpowered beings, like Superman versus the Elite. None of it's
Yeah.
a world-ending threat, and it's Superman doing low stakes stuff, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's a good one. We did a fortune that meme and I. Go check that out. It was good stuff.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and nothing's more depressing than hearing, "Oh, Zack Snyder's Superman's my first Superman."
Yeah.
And I died inside the first time I heard that, and I cannot get over that. Oh my, that makes me so sad.
Yeah. It's actually stupid that they just didn't. Again, that you could have just. I don't know why they even had the whole subplot with the dad because it's just so bad anyway.
It's such a minor thing.
And
So minor.
it's you could have just not have that in a movie and would be nothing really changed. That actually would make it better because he doesn't do the fucking bullshit at the end where he just changes everything again.
Oh my god.
Fucking moron.
Because that's the whole thing. Is like, oh, the lesson is you gotta let go. Some things can't be changed. And he still fucks around with
Still fucks around with it. Yeah.
it. Versus Flashpoint, where, well,
Yeah,
Is
actually, what I wanted to go
quote
into is
unquote he quote unquote learns his lesson.
he does,
Even though
yeah.
if you continue on with that animated movie universe, it kind of ruined it. But that's fine.
And you would think they would actually grapple onto the Flashpoint paradox story a bit more in that regard. And because I don't normally talk about like this sort of dumbass culture war stuff, which I think it's cringe, but I'm not oblivious to it. And sometimes it is quite clear what Hollywood movies are going for with certain things they put in their movies. And I'm just here like you have like Flashpoint Paradox where you have Nora, like Flash's mom. She's just a single mom. Like she doesn't have a husband anymore. I don't know what is with that husband, but she seems like a single mom. She seems to be like super chill and takes good care of her son. And then she's the one who dies, and there's no dad. And then you have like the whole thing going on where I think in the end it was, it was the Reverse Flash who did the killing, right? I think that's the whole story, that the Reverse Flash killed his mom or something.
So
yeah,
in,
the Reverse Flash does kill his mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
in that movie, I don't think he does. I think that movie
Well, in that
takes
movie,
place
it's not
before
clear who
stuff.
the killer is.
Yeah, it's not in this
Yeah.
movie, but I think like overall in the comics, that's how it turns out that Reverse Flash killed the mom, right?
Yeah, that's how
because
it becomes
his whole
established.
thing is like, I can't stop you from becoming the Flash because then I don't become the Reverse Flash. But I can do everything but I can push you down the stairs. I can blow out your candles before you get the chance to. I can jerk you off at superhuman speed so it looks like you nutted at just a woman's touch. And I can kill your mom.
Mean.
Basically, fucking Reverse Flash is the biggest troll in existence
Oh yeah, yeah.
because he has to be, and it's fucking hilarious.
But
And
yeah,
there's some stuff.
oh, sorry, go ahead. I thought we were done.
I was gonna say there's some stuff where like Reverse Flash is actually like that's how some of it plays. It's like he's actually like a super fan of Flash, and he just wants to be Flash's friend. And then Flash is a dick to him because he fucks something up, and then he just hates Flash for the rest of his life because of it. There's little things like that, and I'm like, it's just the way they made the timeline in this too is like it's not a timeline. They make it like a universe time thing, which just destroys everything. You make it split timelines because that's easy, but they made it like universe stuff.
Yeah, but what I was getting at with this, you had this beginning with this base where you have like Nora, single mom, takes great care of her son, and you could have just adapted this, just dropped the whole dad storyline. And I mean, a lot of times they do go for the whole empowerment stuff. And hey, she's like a single mom that takes great care of her son, seems to be super heartful. Like, use that. You get points for this, and then you even get points by the comic book community. It's like, oh shit, or the cartoon community or whatever. I guess they kind of go together. I don't know. For adaptation, like it seems like a win-win to me. But then you put like this bad bullshit in there with his dad. It's just fucking trash. It's like sometimes you can just adapt what is there. I don't mind you doing your own things, but sometimes the things that you have are just better and work. Just take them. It's fine.
Sometimes changing something so little as like a single parent to having both parents can fundamentally fuck up the entire thing.
Yeah, but it seems like they really wanted that.
Or can make it better.
They really wanted that. Because they wanted this whole thing where he goes into this criminal justice system, right? And does like his thing. But that never ever went anywhere. He just works there now. It's like, oh man, this sucks how this goes here, and now it's never gonna be resolved. Because this movie was also in production hell for like 8 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it got announced like around Justice League or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a bloody cop film.
Fucking pointless. Sometimes just take the things that are right there, but then they want to do it. Whatever.
Which it's funny because like the whole thing with his mom just being like a single mom, he could easily jumped into being a forensics person.
Yeah.
To figure out that cold case, like who killed my mom.
Exactly. Could have still got him in there.
There's not enough evidence to show DNA and stuff.
And then
It's
he can
that
still
simple.
realize if you still want to do this whole thing with his with the criminal justice system, it's like, oh, it's kind of fucked. You can still figure that out that way. So yeah, I don't know.
It's
This movie went through 8 writers, 8, and Ezra Miller was one of them. Jesus,
Are you serious?
it's too many writers.
Too much. Too much.
I see.
Too
I'm
much.
sorry. I keep looking at your footage because it's just playing in a loop, and like, man, I love how this giant battle sequence is just on a random flat ground,
Oh, it's super interesting, isn't it? It's great.
and the camera
you wanna
just
know,
follows the horizon. So funny.
if you want to know something really funny, because it is so indistinct, I don't know why this happened to me, but when I was looking at it in the trailer, I was like, oh, why are they fighting on top of the world engine? I thought, for some reason, I thought they were fighting on top of like a big Kryptonian superstructure in the middle of Metropolis or something. I didn't realize they were
Yeah.
fighting in the fucking desert. I thought the desert was going to be a different part.
It's so
uh,
Justice League. I
So,
will
yeah.
stand by the Justice League is better than Snyder Cut, as silly as it is.
So
Yeah, Justice League is
while
far away,
he's
yeah.
talking to his dad on the phone, he goes to his old house place, and we get a flashback to the past. And this is where I already mentioned it earlier. It's like this super clunky way to present your theme of the movie. So the
Math
flashback
problem.
goes in. Tiny Barry is like, "Ah, this is stupid. I'm supposed to find as many answers I can think of to get to the number 4 or whatever it was." And it's like, "Ah, that's impossible. There's so many. I can never fit them in this tiny box." And then his mom goes like, "Oh, monkey, sometimes you can't find a solution to everything. Sometimes it's better to let go." And it's like, bitch. The thing is about finding as many solutions as possible, the task. And he's already like 30 in there. Like, this doesn't check out with what you're trying to present here.
I can't fit it on the page. Get another piece of paper.
Get another piece of paper. Like, the task wasn't
Staple it
find
on.
all possible solutions to get to the number 4, but as many as you can think of. And because he already has like 50 on there, I burp, he already succeeded with flying colors. Much better than anyone else in this class probably will. Better as I would. I couldn't be bothered to do that.
I bet if you took a screenshot of that page, half of them would be wrong.
Oh, that would
And
be
half of them
hilarious.
would numbers.
Oh, it just reminds me of the tic-tac-toe thingy and
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking
It's-
that. Fucking
Of Black
tic-tac-toe.
Widow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was great. But yeah, as a comparison,
So good.
again, in Flashpoint Paradox, 42 seconds in, I already mentioned it, but I have the quote here. Because they have their car broke down, they're trying to stop someone, and Barry's like, "No, stop, shouldn't you stop, blah, 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 blah.
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no, help us with our car." And
oh no.
and Norse was like, "Hey, when I was a little girl, Grandma taught me a prayer. Accept the things you cannot change. Have the courage to change the things you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference." Boom. That easy.
It's so simple.
And then
have you
Barry
done
just
any
goes
maths?
like, "Oh, I don't totally get that." And she's
Yeah,
just,
'cause
"Well,"
he's like 10.
and he's like, "Well, you will." And at the end of Flashpoint Paradox, it's like, "I get it now, Mom." It's like, it's so simple. Why why are you so bad with things?
Yeah,
Set
but
up, payoff.
I'm sure the math teacher was looking for a philosophical answer.
Yeah, of course.
And the-
Math is hard, Mom. Just give up.
Yeah. And the thing too is, as I brought up with that prayer is relatable to a lot of people, especially if you're like, as I mentioned in AA, that's the main prayer. Like, if you don't know what AA is, that's Alcoholics Anonymous.
Mhm.
That's the main prayer.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the whole it's a journey, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah,
struggle
it's-
with it.
It's the
nice.
bedrock of a lot of therapy and self-help. I find where it's like you have to really focus on the things you can change, and not worry about the things that are completely out of your power.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to knock on people on AA, by the way, like Rags did during the Final Destination 4, where he's like, "There's an AA book? What the fuck?" Yes, they exist. There are many different versions. They're fun.
Yes.
And what happens? He lets himself get rid of it. Oh, Final Destination.
But yeah, then we see what happens. They only have one can of tomato soup or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, can you go get it?" And he goes, and when he comes back, the mom is stabbed, and it's like, "Barry, call 911!" And he just runs out of the house, which is kind of funny. And yeah, then the phone cuts off because his time on the phone is over in the prison, his dad's, and then Barry is sad, and then he starts running, and he runs so fast that he starts going back in time with the big old flumpy CGI that everybody's already been talking about. And yeah, they said on Twitter that
It's meant to look bad. God.
it does look bad.
my
That was on
God.
purpose.
Dude, why would you say that?
I don't know. Sometimes you just
Why
need to
did
shut
the
the
other
fuck up.
scenes not in the Speed Force look bad too?
It's yeah, just don't. It's they need to take away Twitter from these people. They just make things worse all the time.
Yep. Well, even the smartest person on Earth, you want them to look like the dumbest. Just give them a Twitter account.
Yeah, it's very easy. And this is where we see that he can just kind of pops his head through the chrono bubble, and he sees. I think he's in that scene before he saves the babies or whatever, and can just kind of see that. So that's a thing he can do apparently, which is a big old exploit, as we already pointed out. And then in the next scene, he tells Bruce about it. He's like, "Hey, I can do things. We can fix things." And Bruce is like, "Yeah, no, that's very irresponsible. We don't know what the repercussions are. It was that you could destroy anything and not only save things. And yeah, you have no clue what the repercussions might be." Basically, I was like, "Yeah, the scars are the things that define us, and we're not supposed to go back and change them. All that stuff. Not too bad. And then Barry says, yeah, the butterfly effect. I get it." And then he proceeds the whole movie not understanding what the butterfly effect does at all, which is strange because he's supposedly very smart, but here we go. He's not very smart in this movie.
And then he compared it to the end of Flashpoint, where it's like sound barrier, sound boom.
Yeah.
Time barrier, time boom.
Yeah, it's a ripple for everything.
Yeah.
So simple. It's so simple.
This just adding the multiverse part was just such a big mistake, but they really wanted to
Gotta
jangle
have
their
Michael
keys.
Keaton.
Don't you want the spaghetti?
You wanted spaghetti? I just wanted spaghetti after the fucking screening.
I had lasagna last night.
Nice.
So good.
Very nice.
And yeah, this is where I'm just kind of looking at Batfleck, and it's like, you probably should monitor him, right? Because he's definitely gonna do it. You just said we don't know if you could just destroy everything, so maybe you want to keep an eye out. But no, this is the last time we see good old Batfleck. He's like, "No, don't do that."
Also,
Because
I'm not going to be your friend. Bye.
If you make the mistakes I did, don't do the things that I did because it makes you very lonely. And then Barry says, "Well, we could hang out." And Barry's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Nah. I don't want. No. I'm
Maybe
not
next
gonna,
time.
no.
Maybe next time. There is
Yeah,
no
next time it's always next time. Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for Batfleck. He's out. That's the last time we see him.
I left the
He
bat
had-
oven on.
He had 30 seconds of an okay scene.
Yeah. I wish we would have gotten a proper Batfleck movie. I think that could have been pretty fun.
Who doesn't? We wish we had a better everything with DC live action.
Yeah,
movies.
it's true. Just give us a better everything.
You have to cope with the animated stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Get to work. You have 8 seasons of animated Justice League to watch. Unlimited, Batman, Superman, Batman Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got like how many years? You got like 13, 14 years of shows to watch. That's something.
Yeah, get to work, Metal.
Wait, what? Why me?
You because you're the one who hasn't watched it.
Oh, man, but there's other things I want to watch too, and there's new things.
You don't get choices in life,
Oh man.
Metal.
I'm trying to show you good things that make you happy and have continuity.
I don't know
across
how I feel
all
about
these
that.
years.
It feels wrong.
We'll throw some bad stuff in there. Don't worry. We'll show you Apocalypse War.
And
And
then Iris is back. It's like, sorry, I was such a
PTSD.
meanie. Can I come in? But as a friend, Pinky promised this time. And then like a bunch of slapstick comedy ensues. I didn't like it as much. I think the other ones yesterday found it kind of entertaining. I was just like, on it.
No, he stole from people. Fuck him. He literally went to someone else's apartment, stole their alcohol, and walked back in. The fuck?
And like the whole stuff in the cupboard just flies out and whatever. It's like this weird thing because they talked about it earlier. It was like, well, we should go back and fix things. Like, yeah, no, don't do that. And then they talk about it. They somehow come on to wanting to fix things in the past. And he's like, oh yeah, if I just could go back and fix it. And it's like, what is happening? Did we just do that? Like, what? It's like this whole thing where you're just like, yeah, if I just go back and fix it, and then this could be here. And he goes like into this whole fucking thing in his brain, and Iris is just standing there, it's like, okay, weirdo.
I'll be honest, I think it's because of Zack Snyder. Or Zack Snyder's like, smart people have to be weird and autistic.
I thought you said Sex Snyder for a second.
Sex Snyder.
Because that's what he did with Lex Luthor. He's like, super smart people have to be socially awkward. They have to be super weird and particular about things.
But yeah, he's just going on, and it's just like, yeah, if only if we can go back and fix things in time, yeah, it would be great. And then he does, and I was like, okay, but didn't you just talk about this? Why are you treating this like it's this big revelation? They're like, oh shit, I can go back and do this after telling Bruce that, you know, we can go back and fix things. It's just okay. It's going insane. Very good writing.
And he just bails on her and leaves her in the apartment.
Yeah, I need to go. Bye. It's like, okay. After unlocking his I don't know, supercomputer or whatever, who knows what kind of data he has on there. So yeah,
She's a
that's
journalist. She would probably look into it, and she doesn't.
Oh, there's something I wanted to mention earlier. Flash just keeps calling Batman Bruce while they're in action, and that triggered me to no slow degree. I thought it was like really cringe and stupid. Because there's a lot of people around just like, hey Bruce, what's up? It's like, no. It's Batman.
No.
And you're the Flash right now.
I think he does it with Diana too. I think he literally calls her that right in front of that villain, doesn't
Probably.
he?
It's stupid. When they're in action, they should be go by their superhero names. It's just that simple. They're trying to keep their identity a secret, and then just goes around, Bruce, Diana,
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna bring in the animated show, like they don't actually reveal their identities to each other until the end of the second season, and that's when they're forced to because they need to go into civilian mode to hide from an invasion that's basically marked them for death.
Oh, that's fun.
So, and even Flash is like, whoa, I got a secret identity here. You know, I trust you guys, but it's not. And then, of course, it's Bruce that goes, oh, for fuck's sake. Wally West, Clark Kent takes off his own mask, Bruce Wayne. And then Wally, who is the Flash in that show, goes, oh, show off.
That sounds great, though. He's like, oh, fuck, dude, this guy.
That's a really funny review in the show too. Is he swaps mine with Lex Luthor at one point. Poor old Wally.
Oh, the great brain train robbery, yeah.
Yeah, and Lex Luthor. Yeah, so Lex Luthor wants to swap brains with someone, and he accidentally does it with the Flash. And he runs into the bathroom.
And the funny thing about that is that Flash is voiced by Michael Rosenbaum, who was Lex Luthor on Smallville. So you, so you got that. So you get Lex Luthor from Smallville temporarily, but the real great thing is Clancy Brown as the Flash in Lex Luthor's body.
No, okay. And so Lex Luthor, he's like, I can't. I'll find out who the Flash is. He takes off the mask. He's like, I have no idea who this is because the Flash is just a normal nobody.
Yeah, because it's just because you take off a mask doesn't mean you will actually know who it is, because there's like a billion people on the planet, right? It's like, at least I can learn the Flash's secret identity. I have no idea who this is. I think my favorite part of that episode was when I think Wally's having a heart attack, having a panic attack in the bathroom because he's in Lex Luthor's body, and then he's like, okay, I gotta act like Lex Luthor. So he walks out of the cubicle, and then he walks past another supervillain, and the supervillain, I think it was Polaris, basically DC Magneto. So he walks past him, and he's just like, hey, it's like, whoa, what? He's like, you gonna wash your hands? And then he just goes back, no, because I'm evil. And then he walks off.
And of course, this is all like Clancy Brown's voice, so it just sounds you hear with snarky flat Wally's voice, and it's
because
it's his
I'm
personality.
evil.
He's like, it's so funny. I should find that clip and send it. It's so funny.
Oh god, and that's how you do
And-
comedy as well. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
And then poor Flash is trying to find out what Lex Luthor's plan is. So he's like, "All right, the plan I told all of you. What's your part of the
Pop
plan?"
quiz. Everybody recap their part of the plan, so that I know that you know that you understand the plan.
It's so good.
That's good stuff.
Sorry, this is what happens when you care about media, and then other people take it over and ruin it.
Yeah.
We go back to our safety.
So yeah,
The good old days.
Flash is like, I'm gonna run real fast and go back in time, and he does the thing. He puts like a can of tomatoes in there, and he starts going towards the present, and he sees like all these things that they did, but it's not actually his memory. He just sees them. So I don't even know how that's supposed to work. Again, Flashpoint paradox. That they're going like, hey, I'm starting to get all these memories, and my old memories are going extinct. So probably want to speed up this whole thing. But here's just like, no, he sees these things, and now he knows. He doesn't know them. He just sees like, oh, they're actually having like normal parent and child things going on this whole time because they're both cool and fine. And while he does that, he stops at his 18th birthday. I think it actually stops at a birthday cake that has an 18 on it. And then he sees something approaching, not very fast, I mind you. And he just watches us jump around and lets the thing punch him out of the chrono bubble, and
he gets straight up decked.
he gets
with
fucking
Flash
decked. He
purple.
doesn't block it, he doesn't dodge, he just lets it happen, and he gets yeeted out of there. And yeah, it's
Bad, very
it's
bad.
bad. It's just baffling. And what happens next is even more baffling, because he also just lands right outside his house. And even though he just saw, it's like, oh, I'm at the place where the 18th birthday happens. Oh yeah, in case you don't know how this whole chrono bubble looks, I didn't mention it. So he's like in this bubble, the yellow flash bubble. They call it chrono bubble, and then he has his time travel HUD going on. Basically, it's like an arena or coliseum of like images that go inward or outward depending in which direction he goes in time. So you can see where in time he is currently. So he sees like, oh, this is 18th birthday's time. So he gets punched out, and if you're a normal person, you'd be like, oh, what was that? Well, anyway, I'm not back at my time yet. Should probably, start running again and go back to my time. He's like, oh no, here's my house. let me steal clothes from these old people so I'm not in my costume anymore and go inside. And it's like, what are you doing? Are you like actually
Being a fuck
stupid?
up.
It's baffling. He doesn't even like try to look in the windows, see what they're doing.
He just runs
doesn't
in
even,
straight up.
He doesn't. No, it's not even runs in. He walks in. If he actually super sped in, went up to his room to look at all the pictures to see what he looks like of recently.
Yeah. He just goes in and taps his mom on the shoulder. He's like, what are you doing? And then his dad goes like, your time? What universe is this, Lamau? It's like, fuck off.
Oh, why must you cut me so?
I'm sorry.
With your dialogue.
It's because I think this time actually Mollis mentioned that yesterday, and I didn't catch that.
Exactly.
And I was like,
right.
that's gross. Why did you...
There's so... And then the rest of this section has so much... This is the beginning of the two Ezras.
Yeah, because he's like awkward. Hey, how was your day, month, last 18 years? So it's a weird question to ask because, I've been there.
They're both so
Ezra all the way across the sky.
They're both so awkward and uncomfortable.
I hate both of them. They're both shit. No. So yeah, the Barry from this timeline / universe, multiverse, whatever the fuck they're doing, I don't know. They just have a blender where they put all these things in and just go like, and then it's like, there you go, spaghetti.
Oh.
I just realized, why is there so many people obsessed with spaghetti in this movie?
I don't know. I mean,
because,
I like
pasta.
spaghetti, but it's just
pasta.
No, I'm gonna start associating spaghetti with this movie. I'm never gonna want to eat it again.
Pasta.
So yeah, we got the young Barry, young Flash Barry, and he's like apparently more sociable than our Barry, and he's like, yeah, dude, sick, bro, this ribs ass, woohoo, and it's like, fuck off, I hate you.
He's like carrying a trash bag of like clothes or something.
I don't even remember. I think it's this laundry that he wanted to bring in or something. Whatever.
Oh right,
because he doesn't do his own laundry.
Yeah.
And he lives with Patty Spivot, the only other Flash character in this film.
First Barry ruins brunch and now spaghetti.
Yeah.
Why must you ruin all good things, Barry?
Get away from our food, Barry! God damn it!
You stick your dick in the timeline. Now you stick your dick in our food. What's next?
My mom.
Bartholomew.
Yeah, they have a talk, and this Barry's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna be a superhero. This is crazy. Whoa!" And then Barry's like, "Nah, don't do it. It sucks. You get like bugs in your teeth, and you see scary things." It's like, okay, I don't know what this recent trend is with superheroes going like, "This sucks. This is dumb. I hate this." Like, okay.
I don't want the power, but I gotta.
Yeah, I didn't ask for this.
Everyone's turning into Adam Jensen. Oh my god, did we say that at the same time?
I know. You know, a character who had legitimately had it forced upon him against his will when he was trying to do good.
So yeah,
a good character.
I would probably also point out that they had the conversation earlier that, hey, even talking to your future past self and anyone in there could have crazy consequences. So of course
you already touched him.
He just talked
Why would
to
you say it?
Both his parents, his own self, just because he didn't realize that he wasn't in his time yet, because he's fucking idiot. So yeah, as I said, the Wumbo man punched him out, which is going to be Dark Flash, by the way, which is some weird endless paradox they created here, which they also point out that it is one. So it's like, sure.
I call him Monster Flash.
Monster Flash. Cringe Flash. Oh wait, no, that's all of them.
Flash.
It's a paradox, but it's not at the same time because the rules for this are fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just oh man, we need to. God, I don't even know where to start. This is just so stupid. So Barry says, "Oh, wait, so you don't have your powers? You're not an intern in this place where I got my powers?" Like, nah, I have a date with Iris West. And it's like, oh shit. He's like, "Whoa, we're gonna get married? You have kids? Blah blah." Blah. And it's like, funny. And he's like, "Oh wait, if you don't get your powers, I won't get my powers, and then we need to get your powers, otherwise I'm screwed." Because, oh yeah, accidentally or incidentally. It's the exact day he gets his powers, 30 minutes from now. It's like, okay. If he doesn't get his
Call
powers...
Iris and say you got the runs, and that it will correct itself in an hour. Do it. That's how
Yeah.
you correct it.
Also, you still have your powers. Shouldn't you not have your powers already if that's not a thing that happens in this timeline? Whatever your fucking rules are, I don't know. Also, you still have your powers. Just start going back in time or something and try to fix it in another way.
By
To
the way,
good old
it, go-
days.
it goes from like a sunny day to raining to night.
Oh yeah, I was
Within,
just like,
like,
oh,
30
this is a
minutes.
storm, and now it's dark. It's like, alrighty.
In like 30 minutes.
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's very fast sunset.
I don't know. I'll time it today and I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure it takes more like an hour for that to go the full process.
But yeah, but I think then if it goes back in time, they would probably create more problems. I think I don't know. You know what? It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's a
That's
mess.
Scotland weather. Yeah. All right, there you go. It's secretly said Scotland.
So yeah, there's like 20 minutes of them going to the intern place. They go in there. Flash gets in the way of the lightning strike, so our Flash loses his power, and this Flash gets the power. Why this gets rid of the power and not doubles it up? Is your guess is as good as mine? That's just how it works, I guess. Because fuck you.
I don't know why they don't say like, "Oh, my power transferred to you."
Yeah, something like that.
They could have just said that.
Because
And then
now he
cut it
can't
away
go
with
back with his powers. Hey, let's talk about the Flashpoint paradox and how they solved it there. Because we have the Reverse Flash. And because Barry did go and save his mom at some point. Wakes up in this universe where everything is different. And he doesn't have his powers either. So, of course, he's very, very urgently trying to get his powers back. Which in the Flash movie is not very urgent. That's like the third or fourth thing they do, trying to get his powers back. In the Flashpoint paradox, it's like the second thing he does after. No, actually, he gets picked up by his mom at some point. He's like, "Oh shit, you're alive. What's going on?" And then he instantly realizes, "Okay, something's fucked. I need to fix this." So he goes around and tries to find all these people he normally knows, and then he gets his powers back pretty quickly. It's like one of the first things he does.
Because the first thing he does is look for Batman, because Batman has the source of all information.
Exactly. And then when he gets his powers back, he instantly tries to go back in time and try to fix whatever he did. Because he already realized, oh shit, I need to undo whatever happened because my mom is still alive. But then he realizes, I can't actually go fast enough. Like, this is weird. And then he kind of theorizes with Thomas Wayne, Batman at that time. It's like, oh yeah, it must be the Zoom. He must be in here and prevent me to tap into the Speed Force fully. So I can't actually get enough powers going on. And yeah, that's why you can't get enough power going to actually reverse time. So you have to deal with that first. Here's just like, you're gonna lose your powers. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, like as Metal mentioned earlier in Flashpoint, Barry's memories are getting rewritten.
Right.
He first it starts out as like a headache, and then he full on has this a seizure later.
Yeah.
Because it's so many. And as a small detail, Thomas specifically says, "You do not forget my son."
Yeah.
Because that is what Thomas is concerned about. He wants him to go back for his son. So his son can be alive, because that's what he cares about.
He even writes him a little letter to his son, which is, it's nice. It's good payoff.
One hell of a messenger.
You can watch Flashpoint Paradox on, well, I was going to say HBO Max. Now it's called
And
Max.
it's shorter. And it's
It is-
shorter.
It's an hour and 20 minutes total.
Yeah, it's very well paced as well. It just goes by like nothing, and it's
Most
much better
animated
than
movies
this.
Yeah, you should do a forge on it. That'd be a good forge.
Probably, yeah.
Probably one day. Yes, for sure. For sure.
I'd rewatch
for
that one.
shizzle.
In 20 years.
Very gladly. So let me see.
Yeah, so after they lose their powers, the walking in the middle of the street. No, he shows him his costume. That's how that goes.
No,
right?
First they go back to his place, and he
Oh,
realizes
to
he has
try to find everyone, right?
No, he first he almost kills people in the street because he has his powers and he doesn't listen to Barry, to our Barry. So he just kind of runs away, sets himself on fire, makes some cars crash, and almost kills a bunch of people. And it's very funny. He also phases through the floor. It's weird.
Right.
He just does all these things, and it's like
His montage of powers. That's how it goes.
yeah.
And then he just fucking passes out.
They also have like weird not house people. They have like roommates going on, and there's like this whole scene. It's like funny. I think it's supposed to be funny, where they figure out it's like, hey, there's no meta-humans anywhere really. So I think I made a universe without meta-humans, even though.
Hey man, you should check for Martian Manhunter because this is canon to the Snyder Cut.
Oh right.
See the problem?
Why would you remind me of that?
Because we are born to suffer.
We have.
Does
Wait,
not
does that mean
lie.
does that mean Zod kills him right off the bat in this, or is that a different person? How has it paid attention? Oh my god!
So what I mean, before Barry changes time in this, the before time is canon to the Snyder Cut because we see the Aquaman point in the first time bubble run thing, and then they make reference to the rewind time when they're talking to Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, cause Martian Manhunter is the general guy, right?
Yes.
So,
Oh right, yeah.
so
Does he just
and
kill him
Zod
right
kills him
away?
right away in this. So if assuming Martian Manhunter is that guy, does Zod just kill him right off the bat?
That would be
Was
kind
it
of
General
funny.
Swanwick he killed?
I don't remember.
Just shoots him in the face and
It's
just
the
turns
first-
into Martian Manhunter. I was like, oh shit.
He shanks him. So maybe
Right,
in this,
right.
Which I don't know how Kara. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So yeah, they have like make their way back, and he tries to explain to Barry, but he never really explains it well, or the other Barry doesn't listen. Like they just should have a sit down scene where it's like, hey, listen, this is the things you can do, shouldn't do, blah 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 blah. And yeah, he gives him the suit for now, and does all the thing. They go back to his apartment where his roommates are hanging out, and it's like this back and forth, which is, I don't know, I don't like it. The really funny thing is when they call Boba Fett.
I'll be real. I forgot he was in Aquaman.
Yeah, same. It was
And
like,
it's just
is there like a fish-like lady? And he just has like a normal normal wife, and he's like very very funny asshole. Just hangs up on him. That was kind of fun.
I also like to note, because Man of Steel is first, technically everything happens after Man of Steel, so of course none of these people exist yet. Which I don't know why Barry doesn't remember that. Oh right, Aquaman pops up after this. Anna
Right.
pops up after this.
Well, they just try to get him before that, I guess, because he's trying to talk to the Queen lady, which is living there with him. So just trying to get these people riled up that shit is going on. But yeah, apparently there's no... They say there's no meta-humans, but then again, Superman is not really a meta-human. He's from Krypton.
He's an alien.
Amazonians, I don't know how they would fit as meta-humans because they're from like their own little place, right?
They're Kryptonians.
Yeah. No.
That's what I mean. They're from Themyscira, which is an island hidden off
Yeah. So,
in fuck off.
but yeah, that's there's no Justice League or whatever going on, so there's no one there to stop Zod. Yeah, because apparently the day after he gets his powers is also the day Zod appears, which is interesting to think about.
So funny.
And now they need to
fucking good.
And what they figure out is, hey, Batman still exists. It's like, oh yeah, but he's like kind of retired. He's not really around anymore. And they go to Wayne Manor and they find the dude, which of course is Michael Keaton Batman. Yay!
I like that. I like that fight scene, but it's clearly they gave him the beard and the hair so they could cover it up. So
he's just going for it. He throws that fucking bottle hard at everybody. Like he wants to fuck them up.
Dude, the original Barry gets fucked up.
Yeah.
And I feel terrible. That made me genuinely feel bad that I remembered it's Ezra Miller. I'm like, good.
Good. Do it again.
I like
Suddenly
Michael
the
Keaton.
opinion changes.
I like Michael Keaton being
to the tune of the song, like every impact is just the beat.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
will say
Yeah.
I will say the soundtrack in this movie is pretty alright.
Well, there's a lot of old themes in there that are really good. So
Yeah, it's
You get points
basically
for that.
that's like the main thing to say. Yeah, that's the praise of the movie is music good, Batman good.
Imagine like a studio executive looks at the sales figures and the movie's bombing, but the soundtrack is like a platinum hit or something.
it's like,
Oh my god.
But yeah, then they
Something's not adding up.
finally stop fighting. And he's like, so you guys are the same person. You're from the future and blah, blah, blah. All while he's cooking his spaghetti. Cooking his spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
And Barry's like, but I don't understand how this happened. I went from here to there and not all the way back. So how did everything change on this side? And then Mikey Batman just goes like, oh, well, I can explain that. And the way he explains it is like he did explain that to people before. Like it's not a big deal. Like he knows exactly. It's like he's like, oh yeah, if you change time, it changes past and future. And also creating new branches, which has also intersections. And basically, and then there's like these intersections basically work like canon events from Spider-Verse. Like this is always going to be this way. You can't do anything about it. So
He calls it a pivot point instead
pivot
of branching
point, yeah.
off. That single point in time is what stays the same somehow.
Yeah.
But then everything around it changes, and it's like, what?
And it's like, there's things you cannot
Why?
prevent no matter what you try, and the more you fuck with time, the more time limits you create, and you create and then he splurges the spaghetti in the bowl. It's like a multiverse, and then he puts sauce on it, and if you add this, it's all becomes a hot mess. And it's like, okay,
Like this movie.
why did you explain that you tell that people like every week, like you did?
Hey man,
Is that what happened to Alfred? Did he lose him in time?
hey, I have it on good authority that at one point Michael Keaton Batman ran into the comic book Batman for like 5 minutes when the comic book Batman was jumping universes.
Oh.
I have it. So therefore, he would know everything about multiverse theory from a random encounter with a random Batman from another
Oh, I
universe.
forgot that exists. Why? I've only seen the panel with the Arkham Batman.
He also runs an
The
Adam
game.
West Batman as well. I think he runs into a few of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, that
The Invincible cameo is better.
So he just tells him all about it, and very confidently, even though he has nothing to blame, like base that on, but that's fine. I guess he just knows that, and they just go with it. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess that's how that works. And it's like, so it's your fault that the Zod guy is attacking and obliterating the whole planet. And he's like, I guess. Basically implying that he created the multiverse just now, I think. We had trouble to actually pinpoint that yesterday as well. It's just such a fucking mess what actually is going on.
Well, the problem is they conflate timelines with multiverse, and
Yes,
those are two separate things.
exactly.
Why would you try to combine them together? It's
Because we
stupid.
want the other key jangles. We want the cameos.
Yeah.
No.
It's really frustrating because if you speak to a theoretical physicist, they'll normally tell you, yeah, if you go back in time, you would just create another universe if multiverse theory is true. But the thing is, for a science fiction story, it is way more complicated to do it that way than to just have it be a timeline and multiverse being separate entities. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the dead speak.
So yeah, that's all good and fun. And Barry's like, "Yay, we need you, Batman, to help us because we need the best detective. We need to find the Superman guy because he's the one who defeats Zod." And then they start playing the music, and Batman just says like, "Pass." I was like, "What? Excuse me? Say that again? You just said no."
You don't want to
What
save
the
the
fuck?
world?
Why would you say no?
Why
Because
am I
he's like,
confused?
oh, I'm
Why?
retired because now Gotham is the safest city on the world. It's like, okay, you want to keep it that way, or do you just want to get rid of all of the Earth because that's what we're dealing with right now?
He presses a button, a dome pops up over Gotham. It's the only place that isn't terraformed.
Yeah,
The Bat Dome. Da.
he just says no. It just fucks off. It's like, okay, I guess we're done here for now.
And then they just sneak into the Batcave.
He'll just go to the Batcave, which he is aware of. It's seemingly cool that they just use his equipment. Like, okay. And it's like checking into the NASA stuff. And it's like, yeah, good luck with all that information. There's so many fucking things hitting Earth every fucking day. Good luck.
He tries to look up Clark Kent. And
Yeah.
it's like 15,000 results. And he's like, all right, let's look up space anomalies.
Yeah.
And he gets mad at other Barry.
Yeah.
But he's messing around and it's
Messing
like,
around. It's like, you don't even know how good you have, Mom. And he's like, I don't even know what's happening. You don't even tell me why.
Why did you
Tell me
throw darts
why.
at Monkey?
You're using Monkey as a dartboard. He's like, yeah, so what?
Tell me why.
Gives us monkey stuff all the time. It's like, you won't forget it. And he's like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So he goes to have a nap. Also, throughout all of this, there's still like the joke going on. It's like, this Barry is so hungry all the time because he just got his powers. Don't worry, we forget about that when the actual fighting happens because fuck it.
Of course.
And then he talks to the little red light before he falls asleep.
And it's like, you know what it is? And he's like, I've been wondering something. It's like, there's things that happen in every universe. Like, my Batman had an Alfred, you have one. So yeah, sorry about your parents. I was just trying to save mine. And for some reason, that's what convinces him to come back as Batman. Changed his mind. That was easy and non-intended.
Who doesn't love their parents, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't love the world, apparently?
And then while they're asleep, apparently Batman just does Batman magic things. It's like, this superhuman person is in Russia. It's like, okay. Well, let's go to Russia then.
I guess Russians are assholes.
Yeah. And there's, of course, we have the really awesome theme of Michael Keaton Batman, which is fantastic, of course.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, then we
unearned
get
in this film, but anyway.
You get the Batwing again, which Looks nice still.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember the rotating core, but that was kind of cool.
That could be an add-on in the meantime, I suppose. It's been
Uh,
like 20 years.
oh, and to bring up how Flashpoint did it,
Oh yeah, we don't have
it's
Bruce Wayne. We have Thomas Wayne. Because in that timeline, in Flashpoint Paradox, Bruce dies in that alley, and not Thomas. Like
and
the
Thomas
parents.
fucking kills.
Yeah, he uses
Joker.
like pistols and everything. He fucks shit up. He kills everybody. He
Oh,
doesn't give a shit.
It
And
And he kills
Martha
the
becomes
killer
the
too.
Joker.
Yeah. You see him after that's like a great scene for the record. Thomas is just beating him to death as Martha's crying in the background. And then she covers her mouth with this blood because she's freaking out, and then she starts laughing. It's just that Joker smile while Thomas, fist of bloody, picks up the son. And like, this is a good twist on an old scene. And then, well, and then Superman's ship lands in the middle of
Divert it.
Metropolis.
And nukes the city. Oopsie doodle.
Whoops.
Yeah. Which, I bring this up because that makes more sense, kind of, for him to be, well, locked up and experimented on.
They're like small shifts that are huge. That makes sense. Like it's like Thorne said at the end. Is like waves of distortion shifting things by just a little bit, but enough. And so you've got like just tiny things throughout history shifting in ways that they didn't. Like a bullet goes where it shouldn't have. A spacecraft diverts to where it shouldn't have, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds up.
Yeah, and it even shows the government is unfortunately experimenting upon poor Soups because well, he accidentally nuked a city. Why would you nuke a city with a baby?
Oopsie.
Well, in this, she just lands in Russia apparently,
I
and they
guess
just
so.
lock her up because Russians are assholes, and they don't use the tech for nothing. Thanks.
Did you forget to mention Marty McFly? Oh, there's like a.
Oh, that
It's just
stupid long joke.
everything is just so different that even leading roles from actors are different. So
Yeah,
and someone
I think
has
the
that.
joke there is Eric Stoltz had already shot a lot of Back to the Future as Marty McFly, and then they recast it as Michael J. Fox. But in this universe, they didn't do that.
Oh, see that? See, I
Really?
didn't even know that. I was just like,
Yeah, I
oh,
didn't know that either.
okay.
Yeah, you can actually find footage of it online. The original cut. He was too serious. Was the problem? He was treating it as a tragedy, and it was like, oh my god, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit. This doesn't. Fit.
What?
Recast.
Damn.
Man, that's weird.
So yeah, they fly to Russia with the bad jet, and yeah, they climb like down a big old hatch, and they get into like this room that is like surrounded by glass and people working in their labs, and then
Oh god,
Flash
stop.
pushes over a shovel, I think it was, but it falls down like very slowly, so even a normal person could have just grabbed it in the meantime, but he just watches it fall and goes like
He kicks a bucket that
kicks
hits a shovel.
yeah.
That and everyone slowly turns to look at them.
Yeah, and then
And like you could have just hid behind the pillar. They wouldn't have seen you.
then guards appear, they start shooting, and we get a little bit of flash time, I guess, and
then we get like 20 seconds of original Barry just puking because Flash moved him too fast.
and yeah, because first he moves his head a little bit because the bullet arrives, but there's like multiple, so he's like, shit, I don't know what to do. So he moves Barry, our Barry, very quickly out of the way. And he's like, what did you do? And he's just vomiting like Nickelodeon green vomit out of his face.
I thought he had like a bowl of Lucky Charms or something. I'm like, it's just all like, how did he eat so much food?
What did he
puking
eat?
this
You don't
much?
puke like that as a normal person. It's like green. It's bright green. It's insane. It looks so stupid.
That's like if you ate too much candy. Because I've puked that color. That's because I ate too much candy and got sick afterwards. And it was, I could, what brand of candy was it? I don't remember. And you know what? And that looked exactly like Nickelodeon Splat too when that happened.
No.
It's what, because how did he eat that much food? I don't believe he had that much food. Reptar bars.
I don't know. It's yeah, it's weird. And then Batman arrives, he beats the guards up. He's just being Batman. It's kind of cool. I enjoyed that.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't look like he's murdering them either, which is nice. It looks like he's just beating them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about is when the batarang hits them, really.
Yeah. Although
Um,
Michael Keaton Batman has no problems with killing.
Both, both in his original movie and later in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, after he beat up all 8 guardsmen for the time, they make their way to the containment cell, and they see it's a girl in there and not Superman.
Okay,
And-
bye.
Yeah, and then Batman's like, it's not him, and just starts to leave. It's like, wait, no. This clearly needs help. What are you doing?
It's like, what? It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Wait,
He ate so many microwaved babies.
like, first that, and also, for some reason, her Kryptonian, suit is still in the chamber, and I don't know why.
Because we need it. We can't make a homemade one, as we've established in these films.
The only thing I can even think of is like, it looks like the bed that's in there looks like it kept her strapped down until they opened it, and then she's just laying on the side, and that's just on the ground because I guess she grabbed it and tossed it over there or something. I don't know why that's not like removed.
I don't know
the
why
new
it would be
versions.
in here with her. Like, it's just weird. And what if she has it, why doesn't she wear it? It's probably more comfy than this fucking, I don't know, Operation Cloak.
Maybe that's where the guards came from. They were making fun of her and taunting her with the outfit, then Flash showed up. Because they come out of that tunnel. Wow, I just headcanoned it. It made sense.
Nice.
Why?
They
10
don't
out of
seem
10.
interested in studying her. Yeah, not really. I guess they've
Yeah.
done it already. I don't know. It's just weird.
I don't know.
It's really awkward. But then yeah,
Then-
Barry picks her up and is like, "I got you." That's gonna be a payoff because she's gonna say it back. It's really good.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he says to her,
And
"I
I
got
still
you,"
don't
and
care.
then when when she grabs him to go up to the skies to electrocute him again, it's "I got you." It's like, "No, save me." Anyway,
Save me from this terrible movie.
um,
At least that's a simple setup payoff, I guess.
sure.
Congratulations.
It's-
you did you did something.
You
It
did a thing.
technically
You did
works.
something. You did a thing.
So they make their way back, want to go to the exit, and then there's like this one random Russian scientist, old guy, and Barry's like, I don't want to beat him up, I'm just gonna scare him. So he goes like, ugh, but he doesn't react at all, which is kind of funny. It's like,
Yeah, come on, Batman. He's Russian.
he's like, he doesn't give a shit. He just tries twice, and just like drops his coffee, about to get his gun, and then it's like, young Barry is like, I got this one, and then he pushes him over. And then he suddenly gets shot in the fucking leg by people that weren't on screen before that they should have
I
seen.
laughed.
Bro,
Nice.
it's like, what the fuck happened? I think Mauler was really confused. He didn't understand what happened actually at first. Because, like, wait, how did that happen? How did the old man shoot him there? That doesn't make any sense. But no, there's like more
Teleportation.
guards now, and they just started shooting.
I legitimately laughed so hard when he got shot, and I had to stifle it because
That's fair.
it was so random.
I can absolutely see that happening, yeah.
And I think the funniest part with it shows like a comical big hole. I'm like, that's not what a bullet hole looks like.
Yeah. And also, hey, he has like healing stuff, so that shouldn't be an issue. But no, he's out for the rest of this Russian place.
I think the funniest part too, it looks like it's shot through his bone.
Yeah, maybe it was. Who knows?
It'll heal.
And I get reminded of Flashpoint Paradox where Reverse Flash stabs Barry in the leg with the rebar. That doesn't go all the way through.
Hmm.
but he does it to limit his mobility,
Junk.
and it makes you feel bad.
Yeah, someone in chat just pointed out, why would they completely discount the notion that this universe Clark Kent was born a girl instead? They already know the circumstances of Bruce's birth were changed. Yeah, it's like stupid in multiple ways that Batman just goes like, oh, okay, it's not him. Let's leave. Just leave her leave her here.
But just like,
Michael
you could
Keaton's
just-
down for business. He don't care about
Yeah.
no one.
Look, a
I came here to
single
fight a
chromosome
man.
change is not going to be the weirdest thing in that timeline, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I came here to find a man, not another broke bitch who leaves me.
So yeah, they kind of they use like a smoke bomb. Batman protects them with the cape and his bulletproof stuff. They
I
make their
actually
way.
kind of like that too, because every time he gets shot, it's like forcing him
Yeah.
to move.
So they go back
It's
to the
nice.
containment chamber and they see, oh, there's like a little thing down there, and Batman starts to just laser it away. And for some reason, it's so stupid. Those guards, instead of shooting a grenade down, they started releasing the ball she was contained in.
They release
And
their
it's just-
balls.
It's just stuck up there like 3 times.
No, so
They don't
they have
lock
like
them, they release them.
two levers that get rid of stuff that make it loose, but then they have to shoot the last one for some reason. I don't know if it got stuck at that point, but they have to use the grenade to shoot that up.
I think it gets stuck because he like shoves it down like 3 times, and it's just only goes step by step.
Yeah, anyway, instead of just shooting down where they have a clear shot, they just do that. And of course, they narrowly get in there, and all that does now for them is prevent them from going after our heroes. It's just, okay, that happened.
And then
Okay.
young Barry gets yelled at for getting shot. He's like, I thought I was bulletproof or some shit. He's like, no.
Yeah, I didn't know you're getting shot at. It's like, why wouldn't you think that? And something like, yeah, so whatever. And then they make their way outside. No, they make their way to like an elevator, but it's not on. And then Batman uses a big old explosion, big fuck off explosion, to propel them up, and that works.
Where we also have a Batman 89 reference when he goes, "How much do you weigh?"
Oh, is it? I don't remember that actually.
Yeah, it's Vicky Vale, because he said the same thing to Vicky Vale when he was
Oh,
about
okay.
to lift her up.
Oh. I need to watch that movie again.
So yeah, they're all up now. Now they're surrounded by people. But Supergirl regains some power from the sun, and she just obliterates the soldiers. And
Oh yeah, they're fucking dead. Half of them are
oh
dead.
yeah, she yeets some of them up, some of them off the thing. One of them just straight up explodes wherever she throws him. That's kind of funny as well. It goes like boom.
Apparently, it was even more violent in the original cut. They had to cut it down to not get an R rating.
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
Yeah, it was apparently very bloody and gory originally.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Also, one fun little detail when Owlberry tries to run past these soldiers, he gets knocked in the head by Batman by accident because he runs through the fight. I didn't even see that, but it was pointed out on EFAP yesterday that happened. It's like, oh, that's cool.
It's so seeing Michael, well, quote unquote, seeing Keaton Batman fight is actually kind of satisfying.
Yeah. It's like one of the things that's enjoyable about the movie. Just seeing the Batman things, they're kind of enjoyable.
Because it's like they try to keep the style of the old Burton movies, which is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, because he doesn't move his head either, right? He's still got the
Yeah, because it's like the classic costume.
yeah.
Yeah, so they do that, and then they go back to base.
Bum 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 bum.
You see that, and then Kara wakes up and is like, "Why did you help me?" It's like, "Well, you needed help." Blah 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 blah. She's still weak. Sees that Zod is around on the telly, and she's like, "I need to get there." It's like, "Oh no, she's like solar powered. Get her to the roof, and here, take the suit with you. It's probably gonna help."
No, it's not. That suit's not sun absorbent.
I don't know. I think that's what he says though. It's like I think that helps or whatever. I don't know. So then she starts like a super small arc, like the 5 minutes we get with her or whatever. It's like, humans did this to me, so I'm not human, I'm Kryptonian, man. And then she flies off to go to Zod.
Lasher went racist with it. It's like humans didn't do it to you, Russians did.
Whoa.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
And it's like just us Gothamites aren't the good guys. It tries to play off that Gotham's like their own nation.
And then she also spits at a statue on the roof and destroys it and makes like a sonic boom. I can just imagine Bruce down there. It's like, yeah, cool, very cool, thank you, no problem. Let you hang out at my place.
Bring you into my home.
Well, he clearly did. He didn't care about his house. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Poor Gargoyle.
That's another neat little Keaton scene where he tends to his wounds and he looks at the mirror and is kind of having this little smile. It's like, yeah, I'm back. That was kind of neat.
Got the adrenaline rush. Stitching himself up.
So yeah, she goes and checks on Zod.
And she just watches him
notice?
stab that dude in the neck.
Yeah, so it's really weird because she checks on him, the fighting starts, and she goes like, no! And Zod notices her, and then we cut away. And
that is what we call the fight. The battle starts, and then we press the pause button.
Yes.
On the fight.
We press the pause button.
The pause.
Because now we go back to base and see that Bruce and Barry are talking. It's like, hey, why are you staying here in this universe? Why are you here to help this universe? What are you gonna do? And it's like, well, because this is where my mom lives. Like, no, it's because you want to help people. You're a hero. You remember when you said earlier you did that because you needed help? That should be the thing.
People, you asshole.
You fucking selfish
He's so
prick.
Selfish.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
and it's not his mom anyway.
Save
yeah.
people. Yeah, it's not even technically his mom.
And then
Batman
Batman
says,
says,
the right
well,
thing to do.
This whole life I fought crime, hopes that would bring his parents, would change things, and then, well, you did it, and it's like, hey, so you want to electrocute yourself and stuff? It's like, yeah. It's like, hey, you want some help? Let's do it. And young Barry is eating food under the fucking walkway and hears that. Why he does that there, I don't fucking know. That's just how he knows now that his mom died in the other thing.
Holy contrivance, Batman.
Oh, God, Batman. It's a bat trivance.
Yeah. Alan, no.
So yeah, and then they start a little experiment. They electrocute Barry. They put like all the
chemicals
on the side, which actually looks kind of similar to the Flashpoint Paradox setup, I think.
Yeah, it's probably based on that.
Yeah,
I hate, and that's what I was going to reference. I hate it.
Yeah, because they fuck it up. He does it once, it fails, like in Flashpoint Paradox, and then he's like, do it again. It's like, no, there's no chemicals anymore. That's probably not gonna work.
The bottles are broken.
The bottles are all broken. Yeah, and Bruce does want to do it, but then the circuit is fried. But then Kara is back. It's like, okay. And she just
Into the lightning you go, child!
Yeah, he just comes back and carries him to the clouds so he can get struck by lightning again.
And you see like the burning bat kite.
The bat kite, yeah.
So funny. And this is the only like decent special effect is he has all those lightning marks on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like only effect I think is good.
It's funny because in Flashpoint Paradox they have to completely set up again and then do it again.
Yeah, because the first time it strikes, everything's shaking and the bottles are loose, and they coat him and catch him on fire. And
He's just
degree burns across his entire body.
Yeah, it's insane. It's nutty. It's gross. Yeah. Gross. It's gross.
Yeah, it's very gruesome. And he's like, we gotta do it again.
Yeah.
And then the only change they make is Batman tapes the lid shut. I'm like, yeah, that'll work.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll work.
So yeah, Kara brings him up to the clouds and he gets struck by lightning again, which is funny because if they would have done it downstairs again, you could have probably still put an argument out there. It's like, well, he's probably still covered in the chemicals, so there's a chance it might work. But when she carries him up, they go through the rain, so a lot of that chemical stuff is going to be gone. So now he's just going to get struck by lightning.
It's so funny.
We're funny if you
respect that.
Would be
He's
funny
like
if she get
crispy skeleton.
if you get struck by lightning multiple times and it never works. He goes like, please get me out. Shit.
Or she just brings down a charred corpse. Like something meant to happen. I don't understand this human ritual of lightning lightning sinking.
And then young Barry becomes cannibalistic and he goes, bacon.
No, why?
He's got to eat
just
for the
breaks
power.
off a piece. It's like, I'm eating myself. I'm going to be strong now.
he needs the power to fight.
It's like barbecue baby.
Yeah, you have no idea how much more invested I am in this Barry Allen cannibalism plot than I am the plot of this film.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Barbecue Barry.
Barbecue Barry.
Barbecue Barry.
But yeah, of course that worked. It's like, yeah, doing the thing.
Extremely slow.
And then young Flash makes his own makeshift suit. It just completely fucks up a bad suit, which makes me very sad. It also looks bad as well.
I think the worst part is when he's cutting up the ears, it clearly sounds like it's fake.
It sounds like plastic or like rubber. Like,
yeah, and I hate that they made it sound like that instead of making it,
Also, he probably has better tools to do that if you want to do that. He probably has like
it looks like he's using a pocket knife. It's so funny.
He's using a pocket knife and a flex or something.
It's just like bandsaw. God damn.
It's just okay.
Or like an actual like steel saw, because it's probably what it should. Well, maybe not made out of steel, but just to get it done faster.
Well, and you can you sand it down a little bit. Come on.
No.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so funny. Those nubs later in the movie. Costume just looks so bad.
So yeah, that happens. He gets his suit back, and now we have two Flashes, a Supergirl, and a Batman. So basically, Zod is fucked. Like, there's no way he's gonna win.
Well,
in reality,
you would think so. You would really think.
Anyway,
so. If anything made sense, that would be the result.
So yeah, Kara is here. I just like the fact that Kara just fucked off after Zod saw her, and she's the only reason he's here, and he didn't follow her. He just stays there.
He just really wants to kill the military.
I guess they've been fighting this whole time because they come back and they're still going at it. Like there's like fighter jets now, which arrive when she is here. I don't know. It's weird. They should have put the whole. Just skip this. She just fucks off and thinks about it and then comes back, and not just Zod. No, it's like there you are. Anyway, let's do these.
Or show her fly close to the sun to absorb more power.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, just get more powerful. So yeah. And I was like, hey, what is the little group called? It's like, this is Justice League. Well, we're not really Justice League because we're missing a couple of people, like Aquaman and the Cyborg. And yeah, that's. And then Michael Keaton says the "Let's get nuts" phrase, and it's really cringe because it doesn't make any sense in this context. But you remember the phrase, so isn't that cool? Let's get nuts.
I think it would work better if he was fighting the giant.
I think it would have worked better if they were going grocery shopping. And they had run out of peanuts.
Want any snacks?
And then he could go,
yeah. Want any snacks? You want nuts? Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
And then Barry goes back in time to grab nuts, and he's like, "No, Barry, no.
That's
not what I meant."
Lock nuts.
Lock nuts.
They unlock the ball so we can lock the nuts.
It's the Just Us League. So yeah, now we have two Flashes, a Supergirl, and a Batman. Batman is doing like his air superiority thing with the Batjet. The other ones go to the floor. Um, fucking
And she goes straight for Zod.
she goes straight for Zod. And it's like, hey, what's with Kal-El? It's like, we thought he's the one you needed, but he got off course, and you got here, and we tracked him over the device. We farmed the blood from him, and it's like the infant did not survive. And then she gets kind of fucked up angry, and I kind of like that. She was just like, no.
No.
Which, by the way, I don't know why they had to kill the baby when they have a separate scanner to tell if they had it or not.
Because evil.
Uh,
The
They probably ate it.
did not survive in a microwave,
babe.
in a kryptonite
In the-
wave, crypto wave.
The
cranked away.
kryptonite wave.
Yeah. So yeah, now we have like really bad action sequence, basically going on for
Oh, no.
couple of minutes.
Yeah,
That
bad
ain't
flash
so.
sequence.
So let me remind everybody: we have 2 Flashes, a Supergirl and a Batman. 1 Flash should be enough to kill every single one in there. By the way, our Flash should be just win. You just win. just win.
But you see, Krypton's are fast in the armor, which I don't. I'll be real. I don't remember Man of Steel, so I don't know
That's
if it's
fine.
consistent or not.
They do have super speed in the armor in Man of Steel.
But it's not.
they're,
But it's not as powerful as Superman speed, right?
Exactly, that's the thing. They're not as fast as Superman, so Flash should be
yeah.
easily able to knock them out, which he does, by the way, because he says, "Oh, we have to save time for Kara to kill Zod, but we can't kill them because they're Kryptonians." It's like, okay, that's a lie, but sure. And it's like, I'm gonna disarm them, and then you take him out, punch him. And then before they start, he goes like, "Oh, by the way, this doesn't conduct your energy. You need to stop in between so you don't overcharge." And young Flash like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, don't worry about it," and then just starts. It's like, no, you need to tell him that, or he's fucked.
Why
But
didn't you tell him that earlier? I
yeah,
don't know.
that would be great. But
You know, like when he was showing him the fucking suit.
yeah.
You
Zod
idiot.
won the argument.
It's like, yes. Boy.
So yeah, now
Sounds
young Flash gets the scar because he tries to punch, but he gets scrapped by the blade or whatever. And then
Yeah.
our Flash instantly does a vibrating fist into the guy, and you can't tell me otherwise. He fucking killed him. There's nothing else happened here.
Well, that's literally the reverse Flash's signature move on the show is to vibrate his hand through someone's chest to kill them.
Yeah, see?
The Flash does it here.
Like, listen, I don't know why they didn't do that the entire time. Like, he did that once.
Yeah,
You don't-
should have just done this the whole time. She just used the super Flash powers, super Flash time, where everything is almost fucking at a still stand, beat them all to shit, and be done with it. That's why the whole fucking thing here is like, oh, this is an event, you can't change whatever you do. Bullshit. You have 2 Flashes. How the fuck did you not win in any scenario? That's insane.
Like, what? You don't even have to
Because
do it
fate.
to the. You don't even have to do it to their heart. You just shake it in their lung, give them a collapsed lung. That'll
Yeah.
fuck them over. It's
Like Rag said, that's who has a long cooldown. Oh, okay.
and you know how they're like in a line too at one point. Just start doing it and run through them all,
Yeah.
and that will. Oh,
Yeah. So
imagine doing that to their legs.
you can see Batman doing like stuff with the jet. He's just kind of flooping 2 of them together to go around to rocks, and they crash into each other. All that shenanigans.
See, that pisses me off more because he clearly sees. Oh, I was shooting these non-lethal weapons, and they somehow get past the Kryptonian shield and hook them both.
It's just always hard to believe that happens anyway. That they're stupid enough to do this. Like these are like way advanced spaceships, basically. Like they could just probably just get rid of these hooks, no problem. Like they would probably fly. I don't know. It's just not gonna. It's not works. It just doesn't work very well. It's hard to justify.
beings.
Yeah, and then he does that, but then when he attacks the big ship, he doesn't do something, like hook the fucking big ship to try to drag it off.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Kara is still is fighting Zod, and she's fucking decimating him. Like, he's getting fucked up.
He's not even doing anything. It's weird.
And then he's like bulged or like flattened into a spaceship or whatever. He's like, it seems like he's out, and then all of a sudden Kara goes like, "Oh, I'm so tired. Oh god." It's like, fuck off. What is happening? Why? So stupid.
Why would you write it that way? Why would you do that?
And of course,
Also, this is where Flash should eat food, by the way. He needs to be eating food.
no,
throughout
we
the
don't do
entire
that
fight.
here. This is not an issue. This is
We
done.
don't eat, we starve.
Yeah.
Someone give Kara a sun bather.
Yeah. What? So she goes for his arm, not looking at him properly, because he activated the world engine, so she wants to turn that off. And then she just gets stabbed once, and then she gets farmed for her blood, and she's dead. That's it. That's everything we get.
Oh, cool.
Jeez.
And also, what the fuck?
Yeah. Meme, go nuts.
Fucking just a regular old blade can pierce a fully powered Kryptonian? What?
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. She's not fully powered.
Flying lasers from the eyeballs, Russian goo.
It's inconsistent.
But you can't do it. They could have killed Clark all that time. That
Yes.
fight in Man of Steel didn't need to go on that long. Superman flies towards Zod, then Zod's like, lol, blade, chunk, and then he dies. And that would have happened. And also we discover that it's not just the blade, it's any Kryptonian metal can kill any Kryptonian, apparently. Zhunk, 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 zhunk. Oh, I got a Baraka blade. Oh, yeah, okay. There's my problems. I sleep now.
I sleep now.
And let's not mention, the first thing she sees Zod do is slit a guy's throat. Why do you
Yeah.
forget his knife?
But she already thought she'd won for some reason. And it's
No.
like, I need to do it in a way so I can't look at him, and just stabs him, then she's dead. It's fucking lame as shit. Like, as we mentioned on EFAB already as well, like, at least have her like fight multiple of those Kryptonians and just get overwhelmed and then stabbed. Like, it would be way better.
Why not have her second in command and the giant dude help Zod?
Yeah, exactly. Just have the numbers game. It's pretty simple.
You know, like in Man of Steel.
Oh, like in Man of Steel, yeah. And then we just
Unfortunately,
explode
they
some
did that.
trains or whatever. But no, we don't have that because
Explodes.
this whole fight is in the fucking plain desert and it's boring as shit. So yeah, she's dead now.
I did like the small detail when she tried to rescue the helicopter and he just fucking burst through it.
It's not allowed to have people be saved. It's just
Like she desperately tries to save them and then Zod's like, blop, you're dead.
wow. Metal wants a bunch of men to gang up on Supergirl. What a piece of shit. Oh, you would love
Hey,
to see that. Be honest.
Okay.
What?
Okay, first off it was me who said it. Second, his second in command
blame
is a
James.
chick. So who's the sexist
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, but you see. Shut up.
Yeah.
Put your helmet back on me.
So
Never.
yeah, now we go to Batman. He's like, I'm gonna take out the big ship with my rockets. And he goes like, boom, 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 boom. Ah, damn, his shield doesn't do anything. Then the ship shoots once, breaks his bad jet in a way that he can't exit or anything.
And he doesn't even try.
Batwing.
And
No, he tries to eject and it's
locked
broken.
for some reason.
Oh no, he tries to eject once, but then he doesn't try to like cut his way out or
Yeah,
punch his way out or,
Or
literally any.
Do an emergency landing or whatever. And he just saw, or I guess he didn't realize that his 4 rockets didn't do anything and was just stopped by the shield. I'm just gonna go out and take him with him, and then he just goes in and it does nothing, and it's really funny in an unintentional way.
Yeah, he just
They have Michael Keaton kamikaze. Why?
Yeah, well, he just looked down at himself and he was like, maybe I am 9/11.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh, right. By the way, we forgot to bring this up. There's a scene earlier in the cave where when he's talking to Keenan, it's like why he wants to save this world. He's like, I try to save people the first time. I could only save a single person and not his dad. I could only save a boy child, but
Yeah,
not his
yeah.
child. Eh, or not his dad, whatever. Even though he clearly could save the dad too. And he just bails with the kid, as he did in real life.
No, no.
So,
Um, so yeah, Kara's dead, Batman is dead, and then Young Barry's like, that's cool though, we can just go back in time. It's like, no, you're not fast enough yet. And it's like, yeah, I am. And then he just does it.
That's what you think, kiddo.
So now they start going back in time a little bit, and Barry's like, no, we can't. And then they do it once, and it's like, oh, I hope you know what you want to do, because I know what I want to do. So they go back in time. This time, Al Barry still goes with it. And it's just like, hey, Batman, look out, there's a shield. And Batman's like, roger that. And just flies off. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, but the big guy isn't. And just shoots him. Then he gets, like, beaten down by this guy. And he tries to beat him, but he just kind of knocks him out for a little bit. So he basically loses. And then it's like, yeah, that's it. That's it for the Keaton Batman now. We're done.
so I actually like how he tries to take on the giant hand to hand, but it does nothing, and that's what pisses me off more.
It does nothing. He just knocks him out for like a couple of seconds before he stands back up and loses. And then he's dead.
He has some final death words to
Yeah.
to
No, it's
Barry.
fine. I can
Barry's-
bring you back. It's like, you already did.
Bleh.
Bleh.
Okay, try again, Barry.
Yeah, so it's, again, super lame. And now Kara is fighting Zod, of course, again, and young Flash goes in and does like a cyclone around him, gets rid of the field of view, but somehow Zod still punches them back. He trips over, he stabs, dies again, dead, lame. Like all the deaths you see, it's like 2 of them each that you see, and then it's just lame every time. Because the thing is, Kara is basically winning, and then at some point Zod is like, no, and then just stabs her. It's like, okay, cool.
Like, let's compare this. I'm going to compare this to the Flash comics now, because
Do
the
it.
whole reason that Reverse Flash killed Barry's mom is because anytime he tried to do this, this is an interesting detail that can sell you on the idea that the universe really does not want you to mess with things that are set in stone, or at least it doesn't want you to cause huge paradoxes, where anytime he would try to change the timeline in a way that would somehow reverberate and result in Barry not becoming the Flash, and thus meaning that he would not be able to go back in time to kill him in the first place. The universe would just go nah, and just kind of I think it either puts a barrier up, or his hands just phase right through whatever he's trying to grab. Like, basically the universe just goes you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. So that's a kind of a way you can demonstrate, oh, it really is like there really is no option here. But instead, all we have here is fucking them fucking up the fight again and again and again and again, forgetting very basic moves, just getting owned by Zod in ways they really shouldn't be. Like, what the hell, movie?
Yep.
It's not even all of them, by the way. It's one of them.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
an important detail.
Young Barry's like, you stay here. I don't, whatever. And he just starts doing it by himself at some point.
Yeah, because
After he gets his
they go
Braca
back
arm.
into the chrono bubble the second time. He's like, no, let's take a minute. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. You can take a minute. We have all the time we need. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. And then he just goes back and tries again like twice. And he's like, you good now again? Because I need your help out there. Oh, we didn't talk about the Baraka blade. The second time he gets like hit by by
It's
some
a
of these.
stray piece of shrapnel.
Yeah, because our Flash uses the new move we learned just now. When you charge up, you can do a gang sign and then you do lightning.
Do the gang sign. He calls it, and by the way, he says he's calling it doing a Palpatine. I'm like, it's not how Palpatine does it. Why would you bring up Star Wars?
Yeah, because then our Flash does it as well, but he charges up very hard and then he explodes one of the Kryptonians. Again, winning really easily against them. Weird how that works, huh? If you try. So,
Which, by the way, I don't understand how he has he literally says his suit dissipates the charge up, so how does he have any charge?
well, he drops his gloves.
So he takes off his gloves.
He takes off his
Oh,
gloves.
right.
Yeah.
But he still has the rest of the suit.
Yeah, but the gloves.
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 Gloves. Gloves.
I think we're starting to reach our sanity's peak right now. Well, the bottom rather, as those forges go. Yeah, so this thing flies off and it lands in young Flash's arm like a blade, and he immediately uses it, killing another Kryptonian. By the way, the Kryptonian lady this time,
And
very
I honestly-
easily again.
I honestly could not tell if he phased into her with it or if he genuinely just stabbed her with it.
Oh,
I think
he
he
just stabs her.
just stabbed her. Yeah.
Yeah. You even see the little
It's-
resistance as it goes into her skull.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that was fun. The fact he doesn't take it out with the phase it out of himself later. He just keeps retrying.
Yeah, that's the thing. They forget they have a perfectly viable super move to begin with. All you need to do is, and that's the vibrating sound, by the way. And you're done. You're done. Go home, Flash.
This is why this intersection or pivot point is fucking bollocks. You could easily win. 2 fucking flashes. It's like, come on. It's just speedsters are hard to write. You need to put in the work, and they clearly didn't. They put up to do shit in this movie, and they break the rules in the movie. So yeah, just don't do it if you can't do it. Just
You played yourself. You played yourself like a cheap fiddle.
yeah.
That's gross. Never play with yourself.
So yeah, the young Barry now goes in and out of the thing. Can't get it.
to him. Play with yourself.
Can't get it done. It's like I can't. It's always gone. And every time he comes in, there's more shrapnel in his body. And at some point, he goes back out. Oh wait, we also have the whole thing. Hey, you need to stop. Like, I need to go back and kill mom. Like, there's no other way. And it's like, oh, you tell me about all the superhero stuff, and now you want me to stop one? He gets like all angry. It's like, I am the Flash. It's like, oh god, okay, calm down.
Okay, Baraka.
Okay, Baraka. And then he goes back out, and then Wumbo Dark Flash, Monster Flash arrives. Whatever you want to call him.
The Dark Flash. I think
Flash.
I think that's what he's called, is Dark Flash.
Online,
I
on the
know.
wiki online it says Dark Flash, I think.
Yeah, but I call him Monster Flash or Baraka Flash because
I like
that
to-
makes me giggle.
I like to call him Wumbo
3-year-old.
Flash or whatever, because I like to say Wumbo.
Yeah.
Oh, it says Dark Speedster. So funny.
Dark Speedster.
And it's like, oh, where were you? And he just kind of pins our Flash down. It's like, oh, we started on the wrong foot, haha. I'm Flash. Who are you? I lived for more than you can dream. It's like, whatever, shut the fuck up, I don't care. And so yeah, basically he is the young Flash. He was the one who punched him out. And
He's young Flash, not old. He is now the Grandpa Flash.
he's now very old Flash because he's been doing this for a long time, apparently.
And they only know because what is it? One of them punches his like face, and the mask comes off or some shit.
Oh, this young Flash comes in and just blasts him with the lightning in the face, I think. And then his face goes like, "Oh, you are." He's like, "Yes, I am you." It's like, Jesus Christ, the dialogue.
That's the same scar I have. I'm like,
Oh
you don't
God.
have a scar yet. Your face is just cut.
Yeah, for some reason you didn't fix it enough, I guess. He was just
Why?
so busy going in and out of the scroto bubble that he just doesn't fit or
I
whatever.
thought you said scroto bubble for a second.
Scrotum bubble, yeah, that's fine. Let's go with that. So yeah, it's really funny to think about. He went in and out of this so many times, failed every time, and every time he went in there, there's a new thing that sticks into his body and just kind of melts into the suit. it's
It's funny.
it's just ridiculous. But yeah,
And the fact that he has it turn into like the equivalent of Sonic the Hedgehog and just rolled into other Kryptonians to kill them.
Barry, I need the Chaos Emeralds, Barry.
I mean,
I
Sonic
just-
the Hedgehog has better speed effects in its movies than this. Let's acknowledge.
God.
Only way to escape this Scroto bubble is to lock balls.
True! True!
God, this is the best thing that Gollum gave us. Lock balls.
Yes.
Lock balls
Lock-
and Gollum core. That's the two best. That's the
Lock
best.
the nuts.
Lock nuts.
I'm glad I started that chat rebellion to get it added to the extended cut.
Yeah, good job. Good job on that. But
The
yeah,
gold
the
cell's funny too.
Monster Flash says, "It stops when I fix it. It's not entirely your fault, Barry. I pushed you out of the Chrono Bowl, or bubble, on that September 29th so you could start me on this path. How do you like your endless paradox?" Okay. I made you create me. Oh, sure you did. And now you're the one in my way. No matter how close I get to winning this fight, you go back and let Mom die. You're the inevitable intersection, and you have to let go. And I was like, I don't even know. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Endless
you
paradox.
You do you, man.
So he created you by doing the thing, but then you went back and did this thing, and now this thing is happening, and it's just a fucking blender of multiverse time travel shenanigans.
Yeah, by the way, while this is all happening, you see the other things start circling around and
Mm-hmm.
I think this GIF properly represents my brain during this part.
Yeah. And then we get all these disgusting, gross cameos.
oh god.
We,
Like I said, don't let the dead speak, and technically they don't. None of them talk.
yeah. We got
Oh.
the 3 Supermans. We got George Reeves. We got Christopher Reeve. We got the Nicolas Cage one. There's a Supergirl in there. Helen Slater is what I've written down here in my notes. I think that's her.
Yeah,
We got the original Flash. Wally something. I forgot the name.
Jay Garrick.
Oh,
Jay
Jay.
Garrick.
Oh, this one. Yeah. You guys said he was on that treadmill again, or was that a
I don't
reference
like
to Infinite Crisis that you guys made earlier? I remember you were talking about the cosmic treadmill or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, kind of. Though I thought when I was I've only watched it once, but it looked like he was just in his own bubble doing
That's
his
what I
own
thought.
thing.
I was just wondering. I
Yeah.
just couldn't remember if you were mentioning that in this context or in something else's context.
Oh, it's
I was just
mostly
kind of mentioning it
comics.
generally.
Okay. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think it technically appears in what is it, Apocalypse War?
Mm.
Or some version.
well, we don't talk about Apocalypse War.
We'll
Yeah.
show metal one day.
Also,
don't
there's
worry.
the I think the original Batman in there from that TV series with the Wumbo Batman, like the funny one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was the original series or if it was Adam West. People say it was Adam West.
Yeah, it was Adam West
Yeah.
because you can hear.
And maybe
he's
to
got a very distinctive voice.
maybe to make it more understandable, it is really awkward and kind of disgusting that they just use these dead people that can't even say yay or nay to this if they want that or not. And as James already pointed out, the whole George Reeves was the one who had like the problems after he did the Superman, right?
Yes, and it was released on the day of his death.
Yeah, exactly. So
which
yeah,
is 2 days ago.
it's just insane.
And the huge problem with this, as many people pointed out, there's like 3 other current living Flashes alive.
Yeah.
2 of them live action.
None
There's
of them
probably a
are in
few.
here.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a few
Brandon Routh's
voice
still
actors who are still
alive, and he
alive.
plays the Chris Reeves Superman, doesn't he? Like, like
Yes,
the successor.
there's a Superman. There's an actor who plays Superman, and he either plays the George Reeves or the Christopher Reeves version. I don't remember which. He canonically plays one of those versions,
Yeah.
and he's still alive.
Yeah. Same with the Flash guy, as I mentioned earlier
The-
already. Like, they're all there. They're available. They're playing the role, but you don't have them in here. You just have these gross, disgusting cameos. It's like,
Had Ben Affleck, and they didn't use him.
right.
I don't. Yeah,
Uh,
they have another Supergirl. They have the Smallville Superman. They have the fuck. There's so many more Supermen. There's the fucking Superman Lois and Lane
yeah,
show.
there's so
People
many to
like that
choose from,
show.
but you go to these really crazy ones.
Oh,
But
and
the families
as
have to
Apollo
say
brought up,
some of other use image rights. I asked the same question on EFAP because I didn't know, but no one was really clear on that. We don't know how
George
it works.
Reeves has no family.
really.
To my knowledge, he has no family.
I think you have to ask their estate.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think he has anyone.
But yeah, I don't know.
So-
It's really weird. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's legally binding, how that works. I have no idea because I was wondering the same thing.
To my knowledge, George Reeves, there's no one in his family that's currently alive.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I have to look it up, but he didn't have anyone.
The Lois and Lane
So-
show.
So there's no one who could possibly.
Whoever owns the
Say this is
1950s
okay.
TV show images owns his likeness from that show. I think that would make the most sense in that regard then.
It-
Yeah, I don't know. I need to
That's
check it out.
disgusting.
I'm
It's just
no legal
insane.
person. But yeah, gross. I don't like it. Makes me feel bad inside. And then Nicolas Cage was in there, which I wasn't even fully aware of the whole story. I was like, oh, Nicolas Cage, funny meme, I get it. But yeah, yeah, it's
yeah. Cancel Superman movie.
it's nasty.
Wait, he kills a giant cosmic spider.
Yeah, I think that was the story it's supposed to be in that movie that we were doing or something.
Weird. It's a weird movie.
So yeah, then Dark Flash tries to kill Barry. So yeah, all these balls lock together. They lock balls. They all go to the middle ball. It's kind of weird that like every of these Supermans just kind of look in these, I don't know, multi-dimensional, multiversal rifts and just don't do anything. You would believe that if a Superman would see it, it's like, oh, I'm probably gonna check that out and see if that's bad for us. But no, they just all watch the things unfold, I guess. So yeah, Dark Flash tries to kill Barry. Young Barry sacrifices himself now, which makes him stop. Which makes the dark guy stop
Grandpa
existing.
Flash.
The reverse Flash. That's a better character. The Wombo Flash, the Dark Flash, Monster Flash, Flam Flash, Flash. Jesus Christ, my brain
Stibbity
is
stabbity.
going to melt. That makes him stop existing. I think the implication is he intentionally doesn't heal himself or whatever, so he doesn't exist. And then he gives him the monkey plushie. It's like, tell mom I love her. It's like, it's not your mom, shut up. But yeah, sure, I'll do it. And yeah, but by the way, also lame. There's like no fight at all. He just disappears. It's just all the fight payoffs are like so lame, except the Batman ones. Not the payoffs, but the Batman fights. They're pretty enjoyable to see.
Again, when the CW had better speeds to fights than you, like, what have you done?
What
are
have you done?
doing? What are you doing here?
What are you doing? So now we get the scene in the market. So he basically goes back in time to where he just put in the can of tomatoes. And then we have this emotional scene between Barry and his mom, and
Before
again
you
a scene
describe the
that
scene,
this is
how
a
did you
scene.
feel about it?
Sorry.
Before you continue to describe the scene, how did you two feel about it?
Oh, I just didn't care at this point. I was just like, in isolation, this was just like, oh, this could be something meaningful in something else, maybe. But also, you're currently talking to someone in the timeline, so you're already fucking shit up because you changed something. So no matter what we do here, it's nonsense, and it's a scene that could work in isolation in a better movie, maybe with a different context. You know?
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like it could have worked better individually as well,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. It falls flat because of everything we just seen. And not only does it fall flat here, it falls flat because of what happens after.
I mean, to be fair, the same thing you're going for is already fucked with him talking to her. Because the way they explain it's like, oh, if you change anything, it has consequences everywhere. And I think Derive's like, yeah, but she doesn't know that's her son, so that's fine. It's like, no. The universe doesn't care if she knows who that is. You just changed something in this timeline by being there physically, taking all these things and disguise yourself, you know?
Yeah, in this version, I think if there was a better uh setup for how the timeline works and whatnot, I think he could have gotten away with this, and then could have
Maybe.
just
Well, if
excused
it was
it as
self-correcting in some way, where
yeah.
it's only really, really big changes that will make really big, splashes.
You could go as far as saying, "Oh, because she talked to him, she forgot about the tomatoes,"
Yeah, something like that.
and thus it leads to the same outcome.
Um,
In simple terms, in a better script.
yeah.
This
So
nice scene.
obviously, what everybody thinks like, oh, now we complete the arc. He learned the lesson. He shouldn't fuck with time because that's bad.
You
And
should
if you
peek in to
change,
see who killed his fucking mom.
and he should probably check out who killed his mom. Yeah, that's another good thing. But instead, he's like, he looks at the camera. It's like, oh, I'm gonna change something again. It's like, no, what do you? What?
When would you learn?
You didn't learn anything, Barry. You're a fucking moron, Barry. What are you doing?
When will you learn your actions have
Put the cans
consequences?
down, Barry. Put the cans down. No!
Put the cans down, Barry. Stop it.
Stop it.
Not
Do
the
it.
Not the
Stop it,
spaghetti.
do it.
Do not put the spaghetti down, Barry.
It always comes back to the spaghetti.
Don't touch my spaghetti, Barry. Jesus Christ. Yeah, because we cut to the courtroom where Barry just arrives to his father's hearing.
Arrives late once again.
Arrives late once again.
Because he doesn't go back exactly to it. He left. No, he goes back to the next morning.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So they look at the tape and we already know, oh, he's not looking there, so what's going on? All of a sudden, his dad looks up in the footage, he's like, huh? And we learn that he changed all the cans from the bottom to the top, so he has to look up.
He swapped the row of cans.
He swapped the row of cans to the ones he needs to grab, meaning he changed more than before. Because you have to think of this bigger, right? It's not only, oh, he put it in the can and now his mom and stuff live again. No. This is like multiple cans, which means...
It's the entire row.
I'm not only talking about the cans. People who buy these cans, every single one of them is going to behave differently now throughout the whole time. These cans are on top there.
It destroys everything.
It should probably even...
Or you could get fired by a stingy boss,
Yeah, someone gets... It's like, you put it in the wrong thing, you fucking piece of shit. That footage wasn't brought up anytime earlier. It was. They watched it earlier in the movie and they realized it's not going to help you because he's not looking up. He's wearing like a base cap, so you can't see his face in the footage.
Yeah. By the way, why not? Why not have it to where he fucking takes off the? Just have him leave the hat at home. I just thought that right now. If his dad doesn't take the hat, then they probably could see his face.
Yeah, but then that's a problem the way they set this up. And then you already had something changed, and that also changed something in the future and could horribly fuck up shit. That's all problem with how they do it. The thing should be he goes back, he doesn't change anything, and has to deal with the consequences, but he doesn't.
Well, that should be the lesson.
Yeah.
But if it's, but if we're gonna go with it that he can change something little to have some small effect now, just he loses the hat. It doesn't fuck with anyone else but him.
Yeah, maybe. That's the problem. The rules are fucking bollocks. So yeah, that's
Very,
that's
very
what we're
bad.
doing. So now his dad is free to go, I guess. Oh yeah, there's like Iris is back. Is like wants a date for some reason. Fuck, I don't care. Who gives a shit? And then we see that Batman is not Batfleck anymore. It's George Clooney Batman.
Oh, by the way,
What?
I was annoyed by that. It's like he called you and you didn't realize his voice was different on the phone.
Apparently not.
No.
Fuck, you idiot.
So yeah, and then it's like, who the fuck is this? And they drop their f bomb here. Ooh.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Oh
basically
fuck, I didn't even realize that.
yeah.
And then his tooth falls out.
Then oh yeah, right. This while they get Barry 2's power, he loses a tooth, and there's like this weird comedy thing where he coughs the tooth into the other's mouth, and then he coughs it out, and then he puts it back in with like super
He's-
glue.
Yeah, he glues it in. So
It's-
stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. What the fuck? Exactly.
Yeah. His tooth just falls out. I'm like, oh, that's gross.
How does it turn Ben Affleck into Michael Keaton? George Clooney, the time travel stuff is retarded. Yes.
Well, you see, we are now in the Batman and Robin timeline.
I guess we are, yeah.
Wouldn't that tooth cause an incursion?
God, imagine if they had incursions here too. Jesus.
Like, they leave the tooth behind, and then all of a sudden, how the police arrest young Barry, and he's like, it can't be him. He has all his teeth. How does this happen?
Oh God. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. We got this after credit scene where Aquaman is still Aquaman, and he's in a puddle and drunk, and he takes the ring or something. I don't know. I didn't see it. Didn't care. Doesn't matter.
All right,
Because we're
all right,
done with this anyway.
let me go with this. So poor Barry explains to him why him. I don't know. He explains to him that all the time has been changed, and Aquaman just doesn't give a shit because he's a drunk.
Mm.
He decides to pass out in a puddle because he's so
And
drunk,
sleep there.
and he gives Barry his Atlantean ring to sell for more beer as he passes out, and Barry just leaves him, and he's like, "All right." He just takes the ring and he leaves him there.
Cool. I'm very glad I didn't stay for that in the cinema. Yeah, that's the movie. It's very bad. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
If you want to see the Batman stuff, wait for the HD clips to come out on YouTube and watch them there. Don't waste your
Yeah.
time. Don't give
Nope.
money to this movie. I wish I didn't, but I did. So
Don't do what I did and bring people with you.
yeah, don't do that. Especially don't do that. Don't give them more money than for one person.
It's go watch Spider-Verse instead. I told like half of them in my go watch Spider-Verse instead. You haven't seen that? Go watch it instead. It's better.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's much more to take from that.
Like I said, I only watched this because I was asked to. I would have watched Transformers instead. And I know that would have been bad too, but I would have had more fun with it.
Probably.
So yeah.
Have you seen it, meme?
I have not. Films are expensive, so I didn't have homework to see Transformers. So
That's true.
I've watched
Oh.
clips online though.
I hope one day there's gonna be a Transformer arc for EFET movies or something. That could be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
That should be fun stuff.
We could force you to watch the 1986 one, and then all
Damn.
the Michael Bay ones, and then the reboot, but not, but kind of, yes.
But yeah, that was the Flash. It's very bad. Any
I hate
closing
it.
thoughts? Because I never want to talk about this movie ever again.
I'm gonna be forced to watch Indiana Jones as well.
Oh,
And
great. You want to
suffer.
come on the Forge for that?
Yeah, probably. I should rewatch all the first ones too. The first three, and then that parody one.
That was terrible, the movie, The Forge, all of it.
Yeah, I love
Pretty
it. I
much,
love
pretty
it.
much.
Oh, and apparently this movie has 3 endings.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they shot 2 other endings. Yeah.
oh yeah, they did.
What?
I forgot what they were because I don't care.
Oh,
I think one of them was like the Supergirl and Batman Keaton having like an ending, I think.
With Henry Cavill, yeah, and stuff. And Gal Gadot was there, and but Ben Affleck's lost in the multiverse. Oh no! And then
Hopefully he stays lost. Um,
Watch
Um,
Spider-Verse 3 times in a row. Just dump your money into it.
so
I
yeah,
don't
that
care
was
how bad the third one is. Just watch it. Be happy. Be healthy.
released a microwaved baby cut.
Oh my god.
Oh god. But yeah, I don't have anything to say. If you want even more coverage of this, we covered it on EFAB yesterday for like 2 or 3 hours longer than this because there was more people as well. But you will probably hear a lot of the same and even more bad.
it was poo.
It was boo.
It's
But hey, let's go through those super chatteroonies, and then we're
watch
free.
watch the animated stuff. There
Watch
you
the
go.
anime. Watch the Flashpoint Paradox. That's really fun stuff. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Most of the animated stuff is better. Not all of
Oh,
it.
absolutely. I mean, everything I've seen has been better than everything we've got so far. It's also for people who are curious, I think it's a 1 out of 10 as well. I think it's a stronger one than Multiverse of Madness. This is where we are right now, by the way. What is a stronger one? This is where we are right now. This is
I'll be real. I don't even
feels bad,
know
man.
about that. I would argue I'm more of a DC fan than Marvel, but I feel like Multiverse of Madness might be better. Just barely.
So yeah. Poopy, very poopy, Poopy-Hammer. Anyway, let's go for the super chats real quick, and then we're out of here. 1 month membership, a burp enthusiast, but yeah, thank you very much. Wow, month of metal. What did I do wrong? Also, hi metal, hail, hello. Yeah, thank you very much. I get $5 by Grand Darkfang. It was me, Barry. I made sure that you could only go back a few seconds when fighting Zod. It was me, Barry. It was me all along. Idiot Sin, $5 thank you very much. James clocks the homeless guy as a fraud because of his nice shoes. Sadly, he forgot he'd given him those shoes last week rather than give him money.
Damn it.
Oopsie. £2 by Max Bolton. Hello all. Hey, is the Flash better or worse than MOM? It's slightly better, I think. But don't watch any of them. Just don't.
Stop it.
Just don't watch any of them.
Watch cartoons. Be happier.
Yeah. Cartoons bring joy.
It's all bad. It's just all no fun at all. A new membership by One Way Glass, becoming a burp enthusiast. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated.
Bin enthusiast.
Another $5 by Grand Dark Fan. The Aquaman point reminds me of the Prowler meme. I wish it was as funny. Yeah, funny would be. Anyway.
Oh, you just reminded me. So, we're watching the credits, and Jason Momoa was credited for singing a song,
Okay.
and everyone was confused. Like, wait, when does he sing a song? And it's in the post-credit scenes. He's like, "I was once a drunken sailor," and then he passes out.
Okay.
That And everyone was like, "That's it."
Comedy. Did you know about comedy?
That was worth crediting Jason Momoa singing a song for.
Comedy.
Is that song going to be on the soundtrack? Hopefully.
You can only hope.
And then we got another 2 buckaroonies by Party. Thank you very much. And it just says they unlock balls. Yeah, it's weird.
Yes,
They do.
yeah,
they
they
did
did.
unlock the balls.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's it already. There we go. We did it. We're free. We're free of the Flash. Everybody rejoice. We did it.
Oh no.
Don't ever watch this movie again. I don't want to talk about it. It's bad. It makes the Stankheimers.
Big stinky poo
We'll
poo.
bring it up later. Don't worry.
But yeah.
Big stinky poo-poo.
What you guys up to? I mean, James, do you have anything you wanna tell the people? Don't have anything to send them to, so I don't know.
All right. Technically, I have a Twitter, but no one cares about that.
Yeah.
If I am on the Mubesly Discord. I control the memes basically.
That's right.
Send them to me. I'll post them if they're appropriate and follow the very loose guideline of they're edited.
Well, there you
So
go.
that's it. Yay.
All right.
Now they're
Meme.
yelling out
Oh.
there.
Yeah. Meme. What are you up to?
I'm just I'm streaming Shadow of War at the moment. People want me to do Gollum afterwards, and I'm scared. But we'll see about that. But yeah, just keeping on with the rest of the stuff. Otherwise, no huge developments, but that's okay. There's a few things in the works.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, as for me, the next Forge is gonna be Dial of Destiny. That's in 2 weeks.
I'm so sorry.
The 30th. I'm gonna be. I don't know yet when I'm gonna do the coverage because it's releasing on a Friday, which is like a really bad day for me to have a movie release. Because it's gonna be hard to take notes for that Friday. So maybe on that Sunday, maybe sometime in the week. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. Gonna be working on my video more because there's no movie coming out next week, so I actually have time to focus on that more again. And Final Fantasy 16, I ordered my copy. That should arrive on Thursday. Is that no? Yeah, Thursday, 22nd, I think it is. So yeah, I'll be streaming Final Fantasy 16 and use my PlayStation 5 once a year. So that's nice.
10 out of 10.
So you can look out for them strumbles. That should be fun stuff. Yeah,
We gotta force him to do more gaming forges.
Yeah, maybe.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Remember, we gotta force him to play. Prey 2017. We gotta. If I bought a PS5, maybe I could force you to play Dead Island.
I am so.
Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for joining me, lads. It was fun stuff. Chad, thank you for joining me. Thanks for the super chats and the memberships. Very much appreciated. And yeah, we're out of here. Don't watch this movie. It's trash. Anyway.
Trashy trash poo poo. Anyway.
Exactly. See you around.
Engorge the locked balls.
Lock them balls.
All right, toodles.